All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound all right, hit that number 1, please. Again, if you can hear me and if the mic sounds good audio-wise, if you could hit that number 1, that would be great. Jocko, Brett, Kevin, Brian, Matt, Trucking, Evil, Valrail, Fitman. Perfect. Thank you, Hoover. All right, very quickly, for those of you that watch us in the archive, thank you very much. But just be very upfront with how this all works. This is completely viewer supported. So if you want to continue to have something to watch in the archive, then code CLAY, and that is case sensitive, so it's got to be all caps. With any of these prop firms is how you can help not only save yourself some money, but also keep the stream going so that you can continue to have something to watch in the archive. So whatever, any of the promotions that any of these prop firms are running, code CLAY, like I said, all caps, that will give you the discount. So you save yourself some money, support a stream, a good win-win for everybody. So for everybody that has used code CLAY, thank you. Really appreciate it. And yeah, you are the reason why the stream continues. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, June 25th. The year is 2026. And I don't know if this has been the most volatile day in my career in futures, which is going on right around 2 years. It's got to be top 3, though. Absolutely insane, the volatility today. And right now, even as I speak, as we always do around here, let's think about the distance between these two yellow lines, right? The distance. On the vast majority of days, that distance right there is probably like 20 points. On days where we're like, okay, everybody, better be careful, that distance is 50 points. Today, the distance between these two numbers is 100. I'm guessing I've seen it before. I don't remember the last time I've seen that distance represent 100 points. So if you are off even a little bit in your position size, you are either getting paid very, very nicely or you are absolutely cooked. There is no middle ground on a day like today if your position size is not what it needs to be. And this is also one of those days where it's just like, well, I always use a 10-point stop. It's like, okay, I'm not sure 10 points is enough wiggle room on a day like today. Which 2 lines? Well, the 2 lines that I had drawn on the chart there, they're now deleted. But it is, I should ban you right now for using that word fractal, rookie. In fact, rookie's going in timeout for using such a garbage word. I don't know if he started hanging around the cult or what, but we got to put him in timeout for a little bit. We'll give him 1 minute to think about what he just typed. But yeah, today I did blow an account. I'm trying to think, is there really anything to talk about at 11 a.m. though? Thankfully, it was not a pro account. So overall, numbers were great. Pro account is in payout territory. I will be taking a payout later today. Well, assuming I don't butcher things, I'll be taking a payout tonight. So overall, my numbers are just fine. Flesh wound with the blow up. Now, the one thing that does sting is that the test account that I cooked was like $400 away from passing. So that's kind of annoying. If I'm going to cook a test, I'd rather have it just be like my first trade where I'm not anywhere close to passing. But yeah, today is, some days I struggle, some days I would never make the claim, but today I will die on this hill. If you have not cooked an account today, you are the exception, not the rule. So for all of you that have not cooked an account today, well done. Well done. So yeah. But yeah, in fact, I might go as far as say, if you've only cooked one account, you're kind of the exception and not the rule. Because today, and what cooked me was, I don't even remember. And yeah, like I said, I was $400 away from passing. I was up $1,200 on the account. Up $1,200, very close to passing. And right around here, I think I tried a long, if I remember right, thinking, okay, finally we got a hammer, and then that right there. I did add to the trade because I'm like, come on, there's no way There is no way that this actually does not at least bounce up a little bit. So I'll add a little bit. I'll keep my blue line nice and close to the current price. I'll get a little bit of a boop up. I'll take it out. It'll still be worth like $200-$300. But no, there was not even, no. But yeah, that was it for me. It just, so the one cooked account. So in a weird way, happy about that. But, so yes, like I said, if you have cooked an account today, I would say you are in the vast majority. If you've only cooked one account, I would say you're probably, I mean, you're in rare company. And if you didn't cook any accounts, maybe you're just not trading today. I don't know. Maybe you're just not trading today. Hey, good morning, Compound. In hindsight, why don't we all just get short? I mean, it's so obvious it was just going to keep bleeding. Dang, Timbo, that's impressive. Now, am I in the most terrible of moods? No, I'm not even in a bad mood. Let's face it, it's always a good day when you're going to be, well, again, assuming I don't butcher things, when you're going to be taking a payout, and I don't plan on butchering things. I am, but when you're going to get a payout, and when you cook an account, it just happens to be a test one, so it doesn't, a flesh wound, but not the end of the world. But yeah. That's exactly it. I haven't traded. Yeah, well, here you go. No cooked accounts today, but only small green. Like Ice Cube said, if you didn't have to use your AK, right, and that's true. Now, I know that day when it was down 1,400 points, what was that, 3 weeks now? That day where I streamed for like 5 hours because and really today, I will say right now, we have the potential. I might stream to the close because this action has been crazy. Now, if we all of a sudden start to tighten up here, then yeah, I don't see myself going to the close. I will say this though. I did kind of make the mental commitment. Hey, Clay, you might be streaming to close today. And when I say close, I mean 4 p.m. Eastern. Well, I guess in theory, do I go to 5 p.m. Eastern? Because then after hours, it's equally, I guess, I don't know. So maybe, I don't know if I have the brain power to go 6 hours, which would be required probably a little over 6 hours to make it to the 5 p.m. close. But okay, I got to maybe do a short here. We are at the 21 EMA. Okay, yeah. Oh, good grief. All right, let's see here. Okay. How much did I make on that? I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure out, is two too many? So is TWO many? Bless your hearts, by the way, if you speak the English language as a second language. Bless your hearts. Again, I'm still trying to figure out, is too many? Yeah, Lauren, I want to say that's now today, days like today, if you're on the right side of things, I mean, these can be epic green days. So it's one of those things where it's always a give and take. It's like, well, I don't think I'm going to touch the market. And I can respect that. I can understand that. No problem at all. But at the same time, it's and maybe you never want like a banger trade. But today is a day where if you are right and your trade plan works out, banger, all cap trades are possible. Yeah, what? Okay, so I mowed the lawn yesterday afternoon after the stream was over, and I still haven't figured out. I kept seeing, was there, I guess I can go back and look, huh? So like yesterday, was there, okay, right here. So was this after the close? No. Okay, okay. So the big move happened on, the MU earnings, because I kept reading about this huge, multiple 100-point move. Okay, there it is right there. Was anybody around for that? That had you, yeah, goodness. Did anybody trade that? I mean, shorts got cooked. Okay, yeah, but no, I did not see any of that. And literally, I kept reading headlines about it, like, market making a big move with the MU earnings, but that's actually the first time I even considered it or kind of looked at it. I was out mowing the lawn. right. Well, I like this candle here. Okay, so if I get short here at 740, my stop is right there. Yeah, that's like a 40-point stop. Very small little distance on the chart. Still 40 points. That was the easiest $5. Oh, boy. Be careful, JSR. I love you, brother. But through my experience and what I've witnessed a lot of other people, whenever easy slips into people's vocabularies, the market's got its baseball bat. It's going like this. It's getting ready. We've talked about this before, but it's always a fine line. Where is that line between confidence, which you've got to trade confident? You can't trade scared. Scared money don't make money. You got to be confident, but you can't be cocky. Where is that line from when you've crossed from confident into cocky? One of those words is easy. When you start to use easy, just be careful, man. Careful, JSR. That's why I'll take the next one with one. Okay, very good, JSR. I'm glad you're factoring in the idea that JSR, I don't quite know, but I think I might be getting, I think I've crossed the line from trading confident to cocky. So let me counterbalance that with one MNQ. I appreciate that. That's good. Okay, maybe a short here. Okay, I'm short. This is crazy. Just watching how quick things can add up P&L wise. Beautiful 2 candles here. Beautiful. Oh, come on. Come on. Took one out. I really do. I feel naughty right now with 2. Well, I have 1 now, but come on down. Okay, there we go. Risk off the table. Stop is slightly in the green. So I'll just let, oh, Doc Soul. Man, that's 26 points right now. My risk is making 26 points, reward unknown, because I don't know how far down this might want to drop. Again, risk, making 26 points, reward unknown. I like these situations. I like when my risk is making 26 points. It feels good. Okay, now my risk is I make 36 points. I like this. Risk, make 36 points. Now my risk is I can't do the math anymore. Are we at 50 points yet for my risk? I think we're at 50 points now. Yeah, I think my risk is I make 50 points, reward unknown. Why did I only go with 2? Doggone it, I'm a bum. My risk now is I make, I don't know what, 60, 70 points? I don't know. Probably get stopped out. Doc Soul! Oh, crap. I did not, that was sticky. Like my order, that was weird. Oh my goodness. Doc Soul. Oh, okay, I want 100 points. There we go. Risk now, I make over 100 points. Clay, what strategy is this? The Doc Soul strategy. There we go. Man, that's a new record. Never have I've had some very bad first trades on live streams. That was I think that was my third ever 100-point trade. But that was, never have I had an opening trade on the live stream for 100 points. Did anybody take that with me? Please don't tell me I took that alone. If I took that alone, I'm done with the live stream. All right, that a boy, JSR, you dirtbag. Yes, you did too, Lauren. Okay, since you're a woman, I'll call you a sweet dirtbag. Traded same thing with the mini. With the mini? All right, James, you were just a degenerate gambler today. I love you, James, but that's why I'm hitting you between the eyes. If you were trading minis right now, degenerate. Bro, I was going to go long. You're going to go long there? Huh? Why would you think about going long there? Yeah, 3MNQ. Eh. Okay, James, that's fair. That's fair. Within the that is fair. That yeah. So see, even sometimes I forget that you guys are also trading prop firms, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So within a prop firm, I can see how the numbers still would make sense for that, James. So I apologize. I'll back off that comment. I mean, you are still being a degenerate. Okay, you're being a wise degenerate. Not a degenerate. What would a degenerate be? You're out here slinging around minis in your own personal account. That's what a degenerate would be. But at least if you're within the prop firm landscape and how the numbers and all that work, you're being a wise degenerate. Like, I could still see how you can make the numbers work. I know, JSR. Isn't that that's the worst, isn't it? JSR, it's so annoying being responsible sometimes, huh? You were being the epitome of responsible, and then the market does that, and it has you see. Do you see how the market wants to get you off your game? When I'm upset, why did I take that one off? Stupid, stupid. See, isn't that weird though? Even me, I just had a 100-point trade. And I'm still complaining about it. Why did I take that one off so soon? The brain, at least my brain, it's such a baboon. It really is. Like, I think you guys think I'm just trying to be funny or sarcastic when I say I have the brain of a baboon. But I'm going to put on my tinfoil Speedos right now. I think at some point in my life, aliens abducted me and replaced my human brain with a baboon brain. And before they did it, they dropped the brain on the ground. So the baboon brain became dented. So I am literally a dented baboon. That's that is my tinfoil Speedo theory right now. I know, JSR. It feels like that some days. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Trading is weird. You score a very nice trade, and then your brain still finds stuff to complain about. Well, hey, on the bright side, I guess what's is wow, yeah, Bitcoin. Oh, okay, it's trying to bounce back above here. So it's maintaining this area. Remember, supports are not exact specific levels. There is a range element associated with it. So I would still say Bitcoin is maintaining this range right here. Still has the chance at an overall double bottom. But yeah, if you get down into the 57s, 56s, that's probably where I would say, all right, this it's no longer within the range of this support. So double bottom still possibly in play here for Bitcoin. But yeah, Bitcoin certainly looking rough. It's called aging. No, I don't know. I'm not sure it's aging. It's just why would I find something to complain about with that trade? By the way, I do want to get this mapped out. This could be an interesting short right there. Clay, no, I'm not in crypto. No, I just know that I don't know if historic is the right word, but we could be in historic times right now with Bitcoin and crypto. The history being, are we about to see an even bigger collapse? I don't know. I'm just, again, for all you crypto fanatics out there, I'm not saying that's what we're going to say. I'm just saying things are looking a little squirrely. So that's why I'm tracking it just from more of a like, this could be we could be right now entering into a historic economic time. But I know okay. You know, you may be drunk on crypto Kool-Aid if you still think you heard me say, this guy thinks crypto's going to zero. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. And if that's what you think I said, sober up. Hey, Skinzo. Yes. Oh, yes. I need to start to do that at the part of the introduction again. But yes, if you have been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, please hit that like button. It does help. If you've never been here before, fantastic. Welcome. Great to have you. No need to hit the like button because I realize you have no idea if you're going to enjoy. But yeah, if you have been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that does help. All right. Let's see what else. Potentially another short up here. So something like this. So but even that is 28-point stop. And do I want to just take that with one? My 25K pro account cooked. Yeah, Nathan. I also cooked an account today. Not a pro, thankfully. My pro is in payout territory. But 15-point stop is like, I don't know. This is borderline like a stupid trade just because my stop is so tight. But it is what it is. Yeah, I think that's where, I mean, everybody probably got cooked during the dump because the dump was like, there's no way this thing dumps again. It's already dumped 400 points. It's like, no, we still got another 400 in us. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, we were talking about this earlier, but it would be my argument on the day. In fact, on a day like today, I would go so far as to say if you've only cooked one account, so cooking one account or less, you're probably the exception and not the rule today. Wow. All right, well, oh, maybe thinking short. That was again, that move right there was 77. That was that. Yeah, that was almost a crazy, almost 100-point move right there. But yes, I will say that this is potentially the most volatile day I've ever seen. Um, maybe not for sure, but certainly within, or for within my experience, top 3 days. The Holy Grail. Have you even made any trades today, MJ? Let's start there. Which, to be fair to you, no trades is a form of risk management. To be fair to you, but like, did you even make any trades yet? Hey, good job, Brian. Okay. Well, good job, MJ. All right. Well, so far that line is holding. I am interested. Wow, the market. The market's moving. What, Philly? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? When I pull up the NQ and I see the 100-point Y axis, I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah, do you even lift, bro? Rising wedge. Is it? I know I'm not really. Can we make it maybe that way? No, see, this line's the problem. I need this line right here to be doing something up like that. So yeah, I'm again. If you want to call it a rising wedge, fine. I'm not. I can't quite get there. This line is not sharp enough, if you will. Yeah, Alfonso, fantastic, good job. That's what I was saying earlier. I respect the fact if you don't even trade on a day like today because it's very crazy. But that crazy does go both directions. You can also make crazy gains, for like Alfonso right there. He's walking away with $6,100 today, which in a single day, when you stop and think about it, is pretty crazy. So congrats, Alfonso. So yes, it is crazy risky today because it's so volatile. But again, usually we're all talking about, oh, how much money you can make. And it's like, well, yeah, keep inside. It's a two-sided coin. Got to keep in mind risk. But right now, we've just been focused a lot on the risk. Like, man, it's pretty risky. It's very volatile. Get your position size right, which is important, by the way. That's the thing we should be talking about. But what I'm ultimately trying to kind of counterbalance is, well, if it's so risky, if it's so this, if it's so that, then why would you even trade today? It's like, well, because yeah, it's crazy in the one department, but it's also crazy in the upside department. And Alfonso, perfect example. Because today's been so crazy, dude is walking away with $6,100. That is amazing. James, you get your payout? You're the James that had, what was it, the $2,400 payout? Was that you, James? Did you get that? Yeah, I only use 5 MNQ. I know. That's 5 MNQ is still very aggressive on a day like today, but yeah, it does not take a whole lot. Yeah, it's been wild. I'm just not sure I remember with the last time I've seen a 100-point Y axis. Like today is just very, very wild. Yeah, position size is the epitome. I mean, I know you know this, Slomaro, because you are a loyal attendee, but we talk about position size here all the time. But yes, if your position size is off, that doesn't mean death. It means one of two things. You're either going to be smiling ear to ear, like, how did that green add up so quickly? Or else you're going to be hopefully using code Clay. Hopefully, code Clay is your, all caps, is your code of choice. But that's kind of the two. If your position size is off and it's too big, you're either smiling ear to ear or you're using code Clay. I'm not sure there is a middle ground on a day like today. I kept the quantity under 4. Yeah, agreed. Hey, JP. That's crazy. That's hard to believe that I'm the only live streamer out there that talks about position size. Well, okay. Slomaro, of the ones he's watched, Slomaro's not making the claim that he's watched every single live streamer. 1 micro day for me. Yeah, I can respect that. Sounds crazy. Wait, 1 micro on a day like today? I took 2 when I was cracking walnuts. All right, are we about to get the short here? And I'm going to go back to 2. I chased it. All right, I got to get out. I chased. Well, I guess I would have been okay in hindsight, but where did I get filled? Quite like down here? Like, yeah, it had already made the move quite a bit. Maybe I would have been okay on the chase, but that, I mean, you heard me say it right away. I'm like, oh crap, I chased it. So if it drops another 300 points, you'll be saying, what an idiot. Who is this idiot? He thought he chased it when it still had another 300 points to move? Welcome to the world of hindsight. Used code Clay yesterday, got 5 horses in this. You passed 5 accounts yesterday, Homer? Do I try a back test? Maybe. Yes, I will. I'll try short at the red line. Looking for the back test and go. So it broke this key level. Do we get something like this? But if it keeps bleeding, well, then I will be left in its dust. Oh, purchased. Yeah, I guess, I mean, in my mind, once you have a horse in the stable, that technically means it's a racehorse and it's in the racehorse stable, which means it's a past account. So for the analogy to work out, what you meant, Mountain Homer, was you got 5 horses into training yesterday. So they're in training. But you don't get to sleep in the stable unless you're a racehorse. There we go. That move around 945 that was Maddie dented. Sounds like you made some money on that move. I'm happy. But one person's gold bar is another trader's turd. So I think for a lot of people, they would say that move around 945 was garbage. Well, all right, never mind. I'll go ahead. Again, the power of independent thinking. For those of you that are like, Clay, I agree. It's breaking. I agree to get short. Clay, I disagree. I don't think you chased. Let it cook, brother. Hey, you were right. I was wrong. The power of independent thinking. Yeah, see right here. So Maddie dented 945 was a gold bar. For Big Tick Energy, it was a turd. Which again is always why a quick way to expose a scammer. Well, first off, the mere fact they're trying to sell you an algorithm or sell you a bot or sell you anything, a system. But the first way, or a very easy way, or a second level way to expose them, and be like, okay, well, what environment does your system, does your strategy, does your bot, does your algorithm? What environment does this not work? And if they're like, oh no, it works in all environments, run, please run. Nothing works in every environment. That's asinine. All right. Well, congrats anybody that took that trend line and like I said, played it. We are at a pivot point. So right here, does it bounce from here? Maybe. Or maybe it's just going to keep on. All right. Let me, as always, why? Okay, let's see if I Jocko trick. Let's see if I can get my pivot points. For some reason on the 2-minute, there they are. Okay. You have to go. You have to scroll back like that in order to get the pivot. Wow, dog. Good grief. I was only kidding about the thing. Uh-oh, I'm chasing. Let me hop out for, I don't know what I made, like 8 points on it. No, Clay, you were not chasing. But that is hindsight. So I'm saying that somewhat tongue-in-cheek. Like, I did the right thing. I thought I chased, and I think I probably did chase with the data I had at that point. The data I had at that point did not involve hindsight. But yes, with the new data set, and this data set called hindsight, yes, I did not chase. But unfortunately, as traders, you know that the data set you do not get to work with is hindsight. I got a whopping, 20 points. You know it's a big day when people are joking around about 20 points. I got 20 points. Yep. Great. The vast majority of other days, 20 points, it's like, dang, brother. But today, like, it's like mockery, like 20 points. Yeah. It's got to be top three for me, James. Just absolute. So you got to be so careful. So careful. Alfonso, though, with his $6,000 payout. Okay. Do we get the? I'm just thinking about a back test. Well, kind of already did back test. Never hit the pivot point exactly. 120 point ATR right now. Yeah, just a little ATR. Good luck to you all. Blew another account. Yeah. If you blew an account today, let me put it this way. Like I said, my stance is, and I'll die in this hill. If you've only blown one account or no accounts today, you are the exception, not the rule. That's how crazy today has been. So if you have blown more than one account, I would say you're probably in the majority of traders today. That's just how crazy it has been. Is that pink line your VWAP? No, that's a purple line. And no, that's a 50 SMA. My VWAP is, I think, up here somewhere. Or would it be? I'm so confused. Where'd the VWAP? It's got to be up above me, right? Though, because that's where the big move happened. Or did I just lose my? Where is the VWAP? It can't be. Should my VWAP be on? What is your guy? Okay, somebody tell me what your VWAP is. Yeah, JSR, that is so true. Gains can be gone just like that. Krista's day's been terrible. Sorry to hear that, Krista. It's missing. Okay, let me try a refresh real quick. See if this gets. There it is. But I bet I lost the pivot. Oh, wait, I lost a bunch of things. Dang, I didn't realize I was missing all this. What? Freaking trade ovate. All right. I wonder if when I go back here to get my pivots, is that what causes cause everything else to disappear? Wait, did that just shift or is that? All right, there's the pivots. Pivots are back. Everything's back now. Okay. Wow, I didn't even realize. I had no idea that the. Okay, so this makes a little bit more sense now at this point. Yeah, my right there around 8. We'll call it 8:23, 8:28 or so. Hey, good morning, John. I've taken 6 trades and they all have been green. Well, you just let me know your next one, Slowmar. I'm following you today. All right, maybe a short here. I'm short. Looking for this rejection here. I'll take the scalpy scalp. Just a little scalpy scalp on that one. Maybe a long down here. Not maybe, I will. By. What's my stop? Goodness. That little distance right there is 20 points. Clay, your stop is so tight. That's still 20 points. What do you want me to do, brother, sister, furry? What do you want me to do? That's how volatile today is. It's wild. That was cute. My computer just died in the middle. Ooh, that's not good. All right, have a good one, JSR. Congrats, man. Oh, my goodness. Clay, how many contracts you scalp with? Well, it depends on the day, Lauren. Some days, you'll see me here doing 8 MNQs for the afternoon. Other days 5, some days 3. Right now we're at 2, and I'm wondering if 2 is too many. Oh, Doc Soul, gold. What's up with gold? So gold is very okay. So gold's cooking people too. Gold is one of those very cookable ones. When it gets moving, now not as bad as silver. Silver has been the epitome, but is oil doing something? Oh, dog, that's not good. What's up with the oil right now? Anyways, nice move there on gold. I'm not touching it though. Hey, sugar. Okay, what's the biggest pumper dump you've seen? Probably GME or AMC. I mean, there are some well, it depends. There are some epic penny stocks. One. Anybody remember SPNG? You're old. If you remember this ticker symbol from the world of penny stocks, SPNG. That was a pretty big, like pumping up in the form of like just a big scam. Anybody remember SPNG? Do we got any older folk here? Nobody? I mean, HKD was okay, but SPNG was more so like the story behind it, like elaborate story. Double A, you remember SPNG? Yeah. No, it was like it was a sponge, some sort of like cleaning sponge. Yeah, there have been some I think just, well, I mean, so the one that still blows my mind, and I think it just shows how people are just the thing with AMC is who remembers AMC $100,000 per share? The fact that there are people that could promote and say and make any claim at all at any point, AMC is going to $100,000, and then to see that some of those people are still around is mind blowing. Like, how can like what is going on here? Like, are people's memories that short? Well, Clay, nobody's perfect, and that's fine. But like that was so egregiously pumpy. Like, in what world can somebody get away with making the claim that something is going to $100,000 per share, and it doesn't come anywhere even close? And then people, I don't know. So I think that is the most egregious. And again, when I got started, it was penny stocks on message boards back in two. In fact, yesterday I showed my profile from Investors Help when it showed when I created my alias there, 2006. So I've seen some egregious claims, but like $100,000 per share. I am trading in the Eastern Time Zone. Pre. Oh yeah, I forgot about Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, that was another one. But at least those are like real companies. And I don't remember seeing any crazy claims with Bed Bath and Beyond. But AMC 100,000. It was yeah. Yeah, I mean BYND was okay. So I guess kind of what's the biggest pump and dump? The probably needs to be parsed out. Like in what sense? Which one had like big elaborate stories behind it? Which one had just crazy claims behind it? So elaborate stories, I'd probably say SPNG. Crazy as claims I've seen is AMC 100, or was that no AMC was supposed to be $100,000, right? And the fact that you would get called a hater and all this sort of stuff to suggest, yeah, I don't think it's going to $100,000. I mean, talk about just pure moron. I mean, just if you ever question, do morons actually exist in this world? All you had to do is go back to those times and be like, yeah, I don't think that thing's going to $100,000 per share. Wait, what? Hater. Hey, Krager. Yeah, but I don't think GME had any crazy claims. Now, yes, there's always people that say, oh, it's going to go up and then insert some sort of like higher number. That's like pie in the sky. But the biggest pie in the sky, again, AMC $100,000. When the stock was at like $8 a share. Yeah, I mean, SpaceX got nothing. As in the category of crazy claims, yeah, SpaceX is just a nothing burger compared to AMC claims. Yeah, John, a lot of people um, did well, kind of. A lot of people, thankfully, a lot. So many of the people that I interviewed on my podcast, they'd be like, "Man, I was up like 80 grand and I walked away with 15." I'm like, "Okay, that's a bummer, but man, can you imagine if you had given back all 80 and then lost money?" But yeah, some people did very very poorly on it. I missed all the coin crazes too. Oh yeah, Doge, Doge was like the epitome of a lesson in buy the rumor, sell the news. So again, to kind of break things into categories, hey Clay, what would you say is one of the biggest buy the rumor, sell the news you've ever seen? I'd probably say Dogecoin. Oh man, when Elon Musk hits SNL, that's where it's gonna go. That's where it's gonna boom, and it boomed, yeah, but just down the toilet. Yeah, I don't know. We're still trying to figure out who the chosen is today. Did she keep the 10,000 though? That's the follow up question. Yeah, people maybe made money in AMC, but the follow up was, well, yeah, but did they keep it, or did she go and then roll that into other options that expired worthless? Baboon bests. That's good. I accidentally made about 2K on Doge. Same question to you. Did you keep the 2,000, or did you eventually give it back to the market? Never touched the money and then got caught. What do you mean got caught? He was doing something illegal? Stuck it in Netflix. Oh, okay. So you turn that into an investment. Well, I guess Netflix options that expired worthless, or Netflix stock. So yes, she actually did cash out and used it to pay. Hey, well, good for her. Good for her. Do you ever think about man tools? Every morning when I wake up. First thing I wake up, I sit straight up out of bed and I say, man tools. Well, good job, JP. So JP and Krager's better half. Okay. We are approaching the 50. I'm sorry, the 21 EMA on the 5 minute. Watching that trend line for potentially a back test. We close. We close. We are close. Come on. Watching like a hawk, brother. Okay, so over here, this is what I'm watching here on the 5 minute. We have the 21 EMA, which has not been like perfectly precise, but we've had a fake breakout there. Rejection, fake breakout there. So I'm wondering, do we get some sort of fake breakout? So I don't know, up around 7. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm watching. Well, as of now, yeah, it was a fake breakout. I was thinking maybe a little bit more of a fake breakout through that level, but as of now, this is so spicy. You have 5 and you selected, just FYI. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't trade it. That's my 5 minute chart. I wouldn't trade it from there. I always trade it from the 2 minute. Thank you though. Who said that? Thank you though, Jimmy. I'm 500 away from the payout buffer. Yeah, Ty. Well, on a day like today, all it takes is one, brother, and you'll be right up there. That is a two-sided coin, of course. But you got this. You got this. Well, oh so close yet oh so far away. I was looking for the back test of that line, and did it get close enough? Yes, I suppose in hindsight it got close enough. But once again, that is hindsight. BVT, man, the cult. Yes, that's right. Yes, you are the cult guy. Maybe you've improved a little bit. Sit on your hands till the charts talk to you, not your account. Yeah, you got to listen to your loins. Yeah, that's what got me today on the test account I roasted. Talked about this earlier, but I did cook an account, thankfully, just to test. What does rub salt in the wounds a little bit was I was 400 away from passing. Oh, Doc Soul. Look at the 5-minute. Oh, my goodness. Whew. I think I got to be feeling a little bit more bearish than what I am. I caught a nice drop on that sell. I mean, come on, BVT, man. We don't do trust me bros around here. Especially on a day like today. Trust me, bro. I got short right there and I covered right there. Trust me, bro. Now, if you had called out that as your entry and called out that as your profit target beforehand, we're all going to be high-fiving. We're all going to be cheering you on, congratulating you. But trust me, bros, are garbage. Given this is the internet. I don't know. He's off at soy conventions or something. Well, BVT, man, we look forward to some trade plans in real time from you, brother. Bought around 9,000 worth of meta. Okay, so James, you got some gambling in you. You got some gambler in your bones. There you go. Roasted. Or what's the Christmas song? Chestnuts. You got some chestnuts roasting on an open fire. It sounds like, hey, son. I mean, you could. No. I don't think so. Isn't that like a contradiction? If it's a blown account, then how could you request the payout on it? Maybe I'm not understanding full context of what you're saying though, or asking there, JJ. But at face value, I would say no, because that's a contradiction. I wonder if all this drop. I mean, my hindsight analysis is like a lot of things. The market way overreacted to the MU earnings yesterday. And then today they're like, okay, maybe that big of a move up was not really justified. Again, I don't know. But that would be my hindsight analysis. Because the thing with and the reason why, JP, I wouldn't put too much into the Israel stuff is oil. Yeah, it's up a little bit today, but it's not a whole lot. Oh, yes. With Take Profit Trader, you can have up to 5 Pro accounts and Pro Plus, which ultimately is why I would say, again, in my opinion, Take Profit Trader is the best, especially for beginners. Start with them. And if you can reach the point where you have 5 Pro accounts and then you want to copy trade more or just have even more accounts, well, then at that point, you're an experienced prop firm trader and venturing out to other prop firms, you're going to be able to navigate those waters way easier. You're not going to have the sense of overwhelmingness, which if we here have convinced you to give day trading futures through a prop firm a try, for that person, they're a beginner to the prop firm space. And that's why I just say, just go Take Profit Trader so you don't get yourself overwhelmed with all the other prop firms out there and try to understand all the rules. But yeah, you are you are limited to 5 accounts, and then you can copy trade those 5 accounts, which for anybody listening, what does copy trade mean? Well, if you take a trade on one account and then you copy it to your 4 other accounts, that means the trade is happening 5 times. So if you make $100 on that one trade, you actually made $500 though, because you made $100 on those other accounts too. So therefore, if you want to start to, if you want to copy trade, let's say 20 accounts, well, now all of a sudden you can start to do the math and you can start to see how one $100 trade copied across 30 other accounts can start to add up very quickly. Now, I'm not saying any of that is easy. I'm just saying that is one of the cool scaling features within prop firms themselves. MU is still up 13%. All right, Bitcoin with a move up. MU has not given up its gains today. I mean, what do you call this, brother? The opening 30 minutes, a whole lot of bloodshed. Opening 30 minutes here on futures, a whole lot of bloodshed. Do you see how that corresponds, MU? Me again, opening 30 minutes on MU. Ah! Ah! So yes, Mihai, it did give up its gains. Hey, what's up, Jimbo? Okay, thanks for resource model. I use some modeling and it's way higher expected value to rotate accounts than to just trade one account. 50. Oh, okay. You mean to copy trade? Man Tools is dead to me. He broke my heart. Yeah. So Mihai, it did. The whole MU thing doesn't. I see what you're saying, but you're like talking about it from like a daily standpoint. I'm just talking about it like what caused the nasty bloodshed this morning. That's kind of how I arrived at my conclusion that I did. Not saying it's right, but I don't think I'm crazy. I mean, I am crazy. I'm just in this regard not that crazy. Yeah, I do know about modeling. That's true. If you ever seen either feet or hands in any advertisement, those are my hands or those are my feet. You do not have the light turn on there, Clay. It's bad for vision. No, I can't turn on the light. It messes up the lighting. I looked at the 5 second chart. I cannot tell if Mihai is like a serious person or no. I'm struggling with you, Mihai. I'm not saying you are a troll. I'm just saying I'm struggling to figure you out. That's all I'm saying. So I guess if you are actually a troll, you're doing a good job because I can't quite tell that you're a troll. Yeah, I'm also a beard model. Hey, props. I make models and and by make models you mean you just open up the box to get the glue. So I guess MU put up a good fight. No, MU did not put up. Well, it depends. If by putting up a good fight you mean did the MU Bears put up a good fight? Yes, that they put up a very good fight and won. But no, the Bulls did not put up a good fight on MU. Again, right here, opening 30 minutes, gap up, move up, boom, and that's exactly. If you look at the opening 30 minutes on the NQ, it was a bit rough. To his 5 second theory. Oh, I see. I just see that. Yeah, yes. For some, 3 second chart might be more valuable. So what we have here, though, what I'm curious about is as time goes by, this VWAP is slowly working itself down. So do we get and reach the point where like the VWAP might be at the same level of this yellow line here, which would be nice because that's also the highs right here, which is where I took my opening trade of the first ever. Congrats if you're here, history in the making. First trade I took on the stream ever where I made 100 points on it. That was nice. Okay. Maybe this thing. Okay, we were at the back test point here of that trend line. I'm not really. Okay, I am potential. See, this is where it gets tricky. If I get short here and I put my stop here, I'm still kind of. Do I wait for VWAP? Do I do a. Let's do this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a fake break of these highs, and I hope it breaks and then begins its fake right there. But if not, I'll put my stop. What is that? Good grief. A 35-point stop. Yeah, I guess it is what it is. If that's what it's got to be, that's what it'll be. Mihai, you have turned this into FBI. Every time you show up, you have 37 questions for me. Until you actually, you have you ever heard the saying, crap or get off the pot? Until you either do one of those things, no more FBI interviews. Either get into the prop firm space or do something. I don't know what to tell you, brother. It's not that hard. You're acting as if there's thousands of dollars at risk for you to try a prop firm. Either push it out or get off the pot at this point, Mihai. Holy smokes. I swear, some people, they are treating prop firms as if you are taking on, like, your family's legacy because your net worth is, like, on the line. Like, brother. Brother? I don't know, man. I'm going to need to ask 4,000 questions before I spend that $90. Yeah, sure, I just lost $3,000 on that last trade, but if I'm going to spend $90, that's going to require 90 questions a day for the next 17 days. I said the other day, it's like all these questions. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind a question. I don't mind questions. Like, I understand questions about the general premise, but like at some point, it's like, brother, it's $90. It's $100. Like, what are we doing? And I will say this, but Clay, if I lose that $100, I will be living under a bridge. My family will be living under a bridge. Trading is not for you at this point in your journey. You have other things in your financial landscape that need to be, you have some bushes that need to be trimmed before you worry about trading then. If $100 is going to like make or break your financial picture. Oh, I was wondering that. So with SpaceX pulling back, does that mean Elon's no longer a trillionaire? Trading is for people that sing Spice Girls and watch Home Alone. Correct. I don't know. You can drop me an email, AA, because I'm not going to be able to really think through it here. Some of you, bless your hearts, you type up like 18 paragraph messages, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not quite sure I can read that and comprehend it fully while I still trade, while I still try to, I'll do all that. So I'm happy to hear it, but yeah, I'm not sure here would be the. Oh boy. All right, well, that's quite the candle forming here on the 5-minute. That does make me feel better. At least what would have been really annoying is if I had, had an order here and then I could say, oh, it would have been filled. But even if I had the order here, where it would have been, I would still not have been filled anyway. So anyway, I slice it. This move here, the way my brain was looking at it, I would not have been able to take care of this or take advantage of this move here. So thank you, Price, for not going up, hitting the yellow line, and then going down, because then I would have been irritated, because I was actually thinking about that trade plan. But it got close, but if I'm being honest with myself, it would not have gotten close enough to fill me. He is a trillionaire if he doesn't cash out. And they are unrealized. Is he a trillionaire if he doesn't cash out? Yes. By the way that by the calculation that most people are talking about, yes. Yes, his net worth is $1 trillion. Now, does he have liquid cash $1 trillion? Well, that's where you start to kind of figure out who understands how money works and who doesn't. But yes, a lot of people hear a trillionaire, which he is, per the metric of net worth. But does net worth mean you have $1 trillion sitting in your checking account? It does not. I sometimes BVT, man. But it's been, no, I think I took a gold trade last week. If you own let's say you own your house outright and that house is worth $250,000 and that's the only thing you have, your net worth is $250,000. But you could be worth $250,000 and not be able to buy anything from the grocery store, right? Because you have zero liquidity. Liquid cash. I should not have used liquidity since it's the most dumbly used term in futures. But that's like the proper way to use liquidity in all actuality. So being liquid versus net worth, two different things. You can be, that's why real estate is a bit sketchy. It's a very illiquid asset. What is the most liquid asset? Well, cash. Because you could just take cash, hand it to somebody, and they'll give you something in return. So, hey, what's up, Dean? I'm a 52 Buccaneer. He doesn't cash his assets out. He borrows against them to avoid capital gains tax. Yeah, I mean, all those guys, they pay tax. It's not, as always is the case, both sides paint pictures that aren't quite true. Yeah, asset rich, cash poor, right. But yes, in theory, like I said, you could be worth $1 million and not be able to feed your family. Because if your house is worth $1 million, then from a net worth standpoint, people would look at you and say, man, this guy's worth $1 million. But if you don't have any cash in your checking account, well, you're asset rich, cash poor. I did, Dean, but there's another Dean here that you're in competition with. Correct. Yes, that is why real estate is quite illiquid. A check, that's probably the second most liquid thing, assuming that it doesn't bounce. So assuming there's cash behind the check that you were written, a check. Well, some of you are like, what's a check? Never heard of a check. All right, here's a question, and that's okay. I'm not going to make fun of you. I think it just shows, like within the financial world, how times are changing so quickly. How many of you here do not know how to write a check? Give me a 5 if you don't know how to write a check. Again, I'm not going to make fun of you. I get it. Like, I think that would just, and also tell me your age. How old are you? And so 5 means I don't know how to write a check. And then how old are you? I would assume what? You're probably all at least below 30? No, okay. I don't believe that for a second, Sam. Matthew, that makes sense. Really, Brad? Okay, maybe the cutoff's like 35 then? One, but I've never wrote a check. 32. Okay, so you do, but you've never written one. Okay, then that was going to be a follow-up question. Who here knows how to write a check, but when's the last check you've actually written? Let's lock them in a room with the rotary phone. I think rotary phones are totally going to make a comeback. I think landline, well, I don't know I don't know if it'll be a land. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think at some point in my lifetime, landlines and rotary phones are gonna come back just because it's like a cool thing to do as a like back in the day type thing. The phone will probably get used once a year just for the novelty of using a landline with a like a rotary phone. Is it over? I don't know, rookie. Is the 6-7 thing over? Not you, but too much. At the Amish plumbing store. Yeah, exactly. Where you have to write your phone number on it. I've been writing a lot of checks recently with the house build and all that. Okay, maybe thinking of a long here. We'll see. Bring back the telephone operators on roller skates. Oh, you mean like where they plug the things in there? Were they seriously on roller skates? I don't think I ever realized that. Is that true? No. It's moving fast today. That's because we're talking about the good old days. That's true, MJ. That is good logic. I will cash app a contractor, no checks. Yeah, but isn't there a fee with that? And yeah, so yeah. Speaking of LEDs, I don't think Robert's here, but he's one of the electricians that did the new construction. Which, by the way, update passed inspection on Tuesday, first try. Good job, fellas. But yeah, he was showing me the light. He's like, okay, these are the lights we're putting in, and there's like a bunch of different settings. We're gonna put them at like warm. It's just like, holy smokes, who knew that a light now could be so complicated? I remember in my teens when a check would buy you a couple of days or a week before the cash. Ah, yeah. The only good LED. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I think we kind of have some expensive lights, so they very well may be those ones. Like, let me put it this way: the lights did not, as far as I'm aware, did not come from like Home Depot. Yeah, but even Zell has limits. When you're building a house, you tend to owe people more than like $5,000. I am not teaching my kids cursive. My wife is though. To be fair, I do understand cursive is dead. Why spend time learning cursive? Because I understand, as far as I'm aware, like calligraphy. Anybody have to do calligraphy in school? Like that is a like nobody like does calligraphy anymore. That is a dead thing because there are better ways to go about communication at this point. So like I do understand. I think it's still good for him to a point, but like I'm also and are we going to make sure the kids have flawless cursive? No. No. You're right. Yeah, exactly. Email sent. Kind of calligraphy was for speed of writing. Kind of calligraphy was for speed of writing. I don't. My point is calligraphy. There's a reason why a lot of you are probably like calligraphy. What are you even talking about? Yes, I think 30 years from now, people will say cursive. What are you even talking about? Who knows? Maybe at some point, people say writing. You mean like write it in email? In fact, I bet, who knows, typing. What are you talking about typing in email? Wait a minute, Grandma and Grandpa. You had to take typing classes? I mean, yeah, I know Grandpa and Grandpa, you didn't have to learn about this stuff called calligraphy or cursive or like even handwriting. But like, you had to take typing classes? Really? Oh, I just say it right now and everything just shows up. You know what I mean? I think that's probably where we're headed. Yeah, wait, you had to touch things? Yeah, and then eventually, like, yeah. So, I mean, that's where, like, paper. What is this paper you speak of? Like, at some point, they're probably like, can you imagine if there's ever a time where there's not stone tablets? That'd be kind of weird. Oh yeah, I forgot about typewriters, even type. But yeah, that's where we're eventually be headed. So how do we get on these random topics? Oh yeah, somebody asked about, so yeah, my kids are learning cursive. I think it's still a good brain. I think it's still kind of good for them, but I do also understand efficiency, like still being relatively efficient. So like, again, we have zero expectations that we're gonna like, no, you got to get flawless cursive. We are not going to move on to learn anything else until you have flawless. It's like, no. Kids range, there's 6 of them. I can't even tell you all their ages off the top of my head. I'll give you the range from 2.5 to 14. Are we short today, gents? I don't know what I'm doing. If anything right now, I'm thinking long. I can't write print. I hate it. It's so involved. Soon no one will know a manual pedal. Where's the battery? I think manual bicycles will stick around. Well, okay. Under the assumption that there's no other way to like do a health hack, I think manual bikes would remain around just because it does give people exercise. I always wrote cursive before joining the army. They don't allow cursive. Oh, really? Yeah, we homeschool. Yep. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try a long here. I was hoping for it to get back down to that purple line. Clay, it's close enough. You know what? You might, in hindsight, you might be right. Looking like you might have been right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you were probably right. Clay, are you ex-Amish? Not that I'm aware of. Homeschooling right now, especially after COVID, homeschool I would say is way more mainstream. Again, we were homeschooling before COVID, so like when COVID happened in our lives, we are like nothing really changed. But yeah, I would say homeschooling is probably way more mainstream than it used to be for sure, and a lot of that seems to be because of COVID. All right, fine. For those who are like Clay, it was close enough. Okay, you're right. Confirmed being right. Yeah, someday cursive will definitely be a secret code. Homeschool is huge in my area. Homeschool, yeah. Again, at the end of the day, I would argue understanding math, being able to read, and then critical thinking. Those 3 things is kind of all you need in life. And that is at least the homeschool that we're focused on. That's kind of what my wife handles it, but those are things I drive home. Our kids need to be able to read, do some math, and learn how to think critically. Learn how to identify logical fallacies. And the critical thinking thing is, yeah, at least in the America school system is lacking. What's your proof of that, boy? Have you ever seen some of the people I talk with on this live stream? There's my proof. All right, here we go. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Doggone it. Not that I'd still be holding, but it was so obvious in hindsight now. Why? Why did I want to try to buy? Why did I want to try to get it right there? So stupid. I don't know what part. Like I said, I don't get in the weeds that much, but I will say we're part of Fitman. We're part of called Classical Conversations. So we are part of that co-op. Which is a pretty cool concept. But yeah, so this is what we're part of. So right here, Classical Conversations. That's what we are part of as a co-op. I think my daughter, I don't know. I'll have to check. That sounds familiar though. That might be the textbook my daughter has, but I'm not quite sure. Again, I'm looking for a short. I was going to say, oh, Doc Soul. All right. Okay. So here we have the 50 SMA right now, basically right at this pivot point, right above the VWAP. So I don't know. I'm thinking right around here is maybe an area for a short if it can get up there. What strategy is that? It's called the Doc Soul. In order to do the strategy right, whenever you see something you like, you have to say Doc Soul, which in Mongolian means command me. It's from a video game, by the way. So you're asking the chart to command you. Right? We want to follow the chart, not our emotions. Each district has a sort of support group for the parents who homeschool. Correct, Lauren. I'm not quite sure. Did I miss one of your... I'm going to miss one of your messages. In 100 euros, they'll find the curse of... Yeah, exactly. Curse of... I can feel it in my... Then you are saying it right, Props 8. If you feel it in your loins when you say it, you know. You know you're doing it the right way. You're not planning on taking any trades today. All right, CDP. If that's what your strategy suggests, then so be it. I need to find the audio of it. Audio of Mongolian All right, just a minute. I'm cooking. Okay, here we go. Am I about to? Oh. Okay. How do I make sure that you guys can hear this? All right. I don't want to mess anything up. Okay, I can't do it right now. This is good action. This is good action. Can you guys hear that or no? I'm trying to find the duck soul, so you guys actually know where it's coming from. You guys can't hear it? Okay. Okay, here we go. Am I about to get short at the VWAP? Or do I play the break? I think I play the break. Yeah, I'm going for 35. Where's 35? Right there. There it is. Looking for it to play a fake break of the VWAP here. Hey, remember the one dude that was like, hey, I want to get long, but I want it to first come back down here? To be fair, I would not still be holding, but man. Oh no. On the 50, it smacked right off the 50. Or, I'm sorry, on the 5-minute, it smacked right off the 50. Let's see if it wants to go back up there. Looking to get short at the red line while we wait. Oh, I just heard it. Okay, I'm in too.
Order filled.
That was delayed. Man, he said it so fast though. I don't think I'm going to be able to play that for you guys. I'll take that skip. Doxo. Oh, I just heard it again. All right, this is stupid. I'm over. You know, all you guys are like, why? I'm entertaining myself right now. Sorry. It's like one of these things where I know I'm guilty of it. But like when somebody else is showing you pictures of their kids and videos of their kids, and they think it's the greatest thing ever, and you're like, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I get it. But like, I don't find this as great as what you find it to be because they're not my kids. So I realize we're having one of those moments right now. So I've realized this. I'm going to back off it, and we're going to just progress. Oh, Doxol. What an idiot. Why did I not? Okay, well, look at it. You heard me call that stuff out right there. Look at that. Charts are a scam, Clay. Well, they're not perfect, brother, but I don't know. Did anybody take that short and they're still holding? If so, good job. Power of independent thinking. Okay, we're going to give it another try here? We might. You've never seen somebody say charts are a scam? Are you new around these trading parts? You called it out. How is it independent thinking? Because the independent thinking comes into play. Maybe somebody thought, well, I don't want to scalpy scalp. I'm going to hold. And if they decided to hold, they had an opportunity at like another 20 points. All right, we'll do double A. We'll do. That pivot doing work. Which does make more and more sense if you consider the 5-minute, because you also have the 50 SMA right there, so you're getting kind of the double whammy. Okay, I don't, yeah. Okay, let me ask this. Who has heard that charts are a scam? It's tea leaves, it's horoscopes, some sort of variation. That, charts are a joke. I don't know. I guess you just always, I don't know how that's the case. Maybe you haven't been training that long. We got any chiropractors in the room? Anybody want to come? Oh, crack my back. I got the funded account and I like. Hey, whoa, thank you. I'm glad you gave it a try. And I like this better than options so far. Oh, yeah, that won't be changing, brother. I don't want to speak for you, but if I had to guess, I'm assuming one of your favorite parts about making this switch from day trading options to day trading futures in the prop firm is that there's no theta. They are in Forex when brokers get to make them. Oh, yeah, that is one of the. Yeah. Okay, but assuming you're trading Forex with like a legitimate broker that's not like create. Yeah. That and it's easy to set. Yes, yes, exactly. Whoa. In fact, did a big video on that, which now I'm curious. Options versus futures. Yeah, that's what I talk about right there. That is always the weird thing with options. Also, is you never quite know the underlying asset. Okay, well, when the option is at this price, where is the price going to be over here on this thing? So that is a true. I don't really talk too much about that, whoa, because it's kind of hard to explain without going too far down a rabbit hole. But yes, that is. I can see how you would like that too. Well, we are just grinding now. Next. Oh my, dogs. Oh. Yeah, we are in this big old kind of just space of. Don't have anything until up around there, but we'll see what happens. But all right, all right. Do we grind higher the rest of the day? I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to stay bearish minded here, but okay, doing the MES. Oh, the mini. So you're doing the ES right now. Not a bad call. Because yeah, the NQ certainly moves way quicker. Did you sign up with Take Profit Trader? Whoa. See, I like whoa. I usually hear everything going to the Delta real quick in my head for. I usually half. So you still do options, Daniel? Shouldn't that word say had as in past tense? Daniel? And the most important question, whoa, of all the questions, did you feed hungry children? Did you use code CLAY, all caps, when you sign up for Take Profit Trader? Are you a humanitarian? There we go. All right. So if I work. Oh. Yes, had. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, John, for tagging Southpaw. So I know that you're talking to him, not me. That's always appreciated. I did. Thank you, Whoa. And by the way, Whoa, shout out to you. I appreciate your adult-like ability to hear somebody give you a suggestion for you to listen to that suggestion and then go give it a try. Instead of running off saying, this guy's mean. Wait, he doesn't agree. I mean, sure, he's providing math on why I'm doing doesn't seem to make sense, but thank you for not being that person, which we do get every now and then. So once again, the streak continues. Somebody that was day trading options was open-minded enough to try day trading futures through a prop firm, and now they're sitting there like, man, it sure is nice not having to worry about theta. Man, it sure is nice to know exactly where I can put a stop loss. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Yeah, I will try a long down here. Former breakout point. Might go right off VWAP. We'll see. My name is Lauren. I too am a recovering options trader. I'm getting close to the profit target. Good. I assume you're short then? Ooh, all right. 5 minute has me feeling. Has me feeling a bit bearish. Oh, I was hoping it'd come up a little bit more than that. Looking real quick. Look at the 5-minute. Got some interesting candles here, at least for me, from the short side. $400.20 more to funded. How many accounts do you have, Daniel? Just that one? Hi, Clay. I'm trying to get pivots indicator on T. Not showing up for me. Can you please help? Here. Nope, that's not how. Here. Channels. Pivots. There you go. Okay, looking for a long there. I'm going to go down a little bit more, right? Right there. You're welcome, brother. 150K. Okay. So you're currently doing the racehorse model. That's good. I was gonna say if you just have one, I was gonna help you try to like maybe reframe your mind to like, okay, I'm this way to get in the past, but I'm still not gonna be trading the pro because I want to get another one past. Not only build up my stable, but also proof of concept. Is it smart to keep stop loss tight while getting evaluated? I mean, the only way you're getting evaluated is to just hit their metrics. So just go about it however your strategy says you should go about it. Nice, Lauren. You're getting close. But don't force it. Don't force it just for the sake of getting back to green. Good. I'm looking to get long at the green line. Okay, here we go. Should I move it down to the 21 EMA? That would be a thought. Yes, yeah, I am. I'm moving it right here. Don't judge. You don't know. All right, slightly below. You don't know me. Oh, I like that's Duck Soul. So far, doing okay. I think I have reset twice before yesterday. Oh yeah, Philip. So you did make the jump. Okay. I thought you were still kind of in your asking question phase, but although physics is lucid. Roger that, Daniel. I think you already are, but if you want to help support the stream, I do have code Clay with all three of those prop firms you mentioned. So if you want to help support it, brother, I appreciate it. Both. Gotcha, Philip. Okay, here we go, maybe. That green line turns blue, I'm in. Oh boy. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. I am in.
Order filled.
I don't need that to be so loud. I'll take that skippy ski. I don't care. I don't even care. I know. Clay, you've had so many scalpy scalps where if you just let it cook, you would have gotten like 20 more points. I know, but on days like today, man, it's squirrely. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. There you go. Props, Duck Soul. Again, power of independent thinking. If you're like, Clay, I agree with that entry point. Clay, I disagree with the scalpy scalp. I'm going to let it cook. Well, as of now, it looks like you still got maybe. There's still a chance that maybe I'm the one that did it right with the scalpy scalp. We'll see. Attaboy, Dave. I am still cheering for you, though. If you were letting it cook, I won't let my ego. Yes, my ego does want to see this keep dropping, so I look smart for the scalpy scalp. But I know some of you here are probably like letting it cook, so I hope you guys make money. I'll put my ego aside. Craving. No, it's not Chinese. It's Mongolian. It is not Chinese. It is Mongolian. It means, for my limited internet research, command me, which makes sense within the context of a video game. If you click on the villager and the villager says command me, if you tell them go chop wood or go get food. But I argue, when I say it, when I'm looking at the chart, I am telling the chart to command me, which is what we should do as traders. We don't want the voices in our head to command us. We don't want the media to command us. We don't want some pumper on social media to command us. We want the chart to command us. Therefore, when you look at the chart, we have to say Doxol. And you have to say it like that too. The scalpy scalp, really. I'm going to need more context. Really what? The scalpy scalp, really? Like, what do you mean? I had Mongoon. I had Manogan. I think you missed an L in there. I just hit half my profit goal. Or is Mangoogian? Is Mangoogian a thing, or do we have a typo? It's infantile. I don't know what is infantile. What does that mean? The scalpy scalp, really? It's infantile. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, please don't say scalpy scalp again. Super cringe, hard to hear. Oh, well, no. That's a main staple around here. Look it up. No, I'm all set. Hey, Mr. E, here's a suggestion. I want you to head to Walmart. Aisle 37, top shelf. I think they're running a deal on them right now. I want you to head there. Buy yourself what's called a sense of humor, okay? Walmart, aisle 37, top shelf. Deal right now. Sense of humor. Go pick one up, brother. It's so infantile. Again, it's business 101. It's life 101. The best way to please nobody is to try to please everybody. So, Mr. E, Dean, oh, it's cringe, blah, blah. I get it. I'm not here to please everybody. Some people think it's hilarious. Some people like it. Heck, somebody even said keep saying it. Can't please everybody. No, it's just, again, I get it. I'm well aware that some people are like, all right, that's just, I do it. I get it. I'm the top dent of your chat. You got a ways to go, Dean. You got a ways to go, brother. Now, had you said I'm the top turd of your chat, okay, that would have been an accurate statement. But top dog, no. Cross out dog and replace that with turd. And there you go. Yeah, that's right. Oh, great. Here comes Mystery. Now this guy is talking about turds. So infantile. Sorry, Mr. E, we can't be all as mature as you. I'm sure you're so fun to hang out with in real life. But no, all serious, we have this chat every now and then. I don't know who said the quote where I heard it, but it is applicable to business building, to life in general. You will never please everybody. Everybody will always have something to say. So that's where I really like this saying. The best way to please nobody is to try to please everybody. You kind of just got to pick a lane, go with it, and understand some people won't like it. And that's okay. That's okay. I engage in more adult humor. Well, no, that's so you already went to Walmart by now? Again, how much was it at Walmart, Mystery? How much was the sense of humor? Sounds like I don't know, maybe did you buy it online? If you want to please everybody, but even that proves it, right? That's why there are sides on the political aisle, because you ain't approve. You're not going to please everybody. By the way, your long entry is getting hammered. I mean, I'm out of the trade. Do you think I'm still in the trade right now, Mr. E? Better look at the chart. And again, Mr. E, do you still think I'm in the trade right now? You never indicated that you stopped out or closed. So, yes. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Oh, Mr. E. The time is this. I'm in the second grade. My second grade teacher says, "Hey, little clay trader, where do you see yourself 37 years from now?" "Well, teacher, I see myself on this thing called YouTube, and I'm going to be interacting with some of the most dented baboons known to mankind." I can't say that ever. I cannot say that that's a true story. Was this ever in the bingo cards? Remember what I was saying earlier about like critical thinking and how it's lacking in America, and how my proof is some of the people I talk with on the live stream. Here's our newest data point. We are witnessing our newest data point right now. Anyways, that's true, Compound. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's true. That's an insult to us as dented baboons. For my sanity's sake, though, I am just going to tell myself he is just trolling and rage baiting right now, because surely nobody is that stupid. Now, for those of you that are maybe new and you're genuine and you're not running your mouth as a newbie and you don't understand what I was doing, this is open P&L. Open in the world of trading means, well, there's a trade open. There's an ongoing trade. And given that this says 0, and given there are no numbers flashing around, that means that there is no open trade. AK, I hopped out of the trade. In lingo, that would be called a closed trade. And again, I'm not trying to be sarcastic, because I do understand as a newbie, this stuff doesn't make sense. So that is why I assume this person is either a total moron or just joking around. Because surely nobody runs their mouth and then says what they said when all their answers are on the same screen. His whole introduction to the chat was making fun of Skelly. I mean, the guy is, yes. And then he just committed the ad. See what I mean about critical thinking? Then he commits the ad hominem fallacy. I know the truth hurts, but my observation of his sounding infantile is valid. Yeah, that's not the topic right now. Anyways, Mr. E, it's okay, dude. You are a total moron. Well, again, you're not. You're rage baiting because I refuse for my mental sanity's sake. But yes, so for anybody that is actually new, that is what my screen represents. Open, just I mean, it literally means what it sounds like. It means a trade is open, a trade is ongoing. So given that those both show 0, I don't have any open trades. I closed the trade. That's I don't know if that's top 3, but that's got to be top 10 ultimate backfire. Run your mouth and then reveal that you have no idea what you're doing because you can't even read a basic screen. Like, it's like I said, it's the breadcrumbs. Newbies always leave behind breadcrumbs that they're actually a newbie. I mean, that's besides the point, Junkie. Yes, to Junkie's point, forget about the fact that I literally went on a spiel about how I closed it and how maybe Scalpy Scalp wasn't the right way to go about it. Forget all those talking points where I literally said I closed the trade. That just compounds the fact of how dented this guy is. But you are right, BMR. I was trying to be polite and not also bring that to not only did the screen itself answer his questions, but I'd literally already said all that. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, who says trading can't be? I mean, kind of. I see what you're saying, Donuts, but like trading should not technically be fun in the sense of like it's giving you your dopamine, it's giving you your adrenaline. Like you go to amusement park to ride a roller coaster to have fun. You go, I don't know. Some people go to Las Vegas, have fun. Some people jump out of an airplane to have fun, to get the dopamine spikes and to get the adrenaline flowing. That's not really, if you have dopamine spikes and adrenaline flowing when you're in a trade, my guess is your position size is probably too big. So I do get what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying, but there does reach that point where we're not actually doing this for the dopamine spikes, for the adrenaline rush. Like that's, I'm not sure that there's responsible trading going on there, but I do understand what you're saying. You're just saying, hey, let's not treat this too seriously. It is okay to laugh and joke around a little bit. Saying newbie is driving him insane. Newbie is more infantile than Scalpy Scalp. I don't know. I mean, like I said, newbie, and this is the case with everything, right? Like if you played the violin, and then because for whatever reason, I just want to fake that like I know what I'm talking about by playing the violin. I'm sure I would, as I talked to you about it, and as I interacted with it, you would probably, I would be leaving breadcrumbs like, wait a second. I don't think this guy is as experienced as what he's trying to act like he is, right? We all do that. Which is why I'm still not perfect at it. But like with all the contractors I've been working with, I'm like, fellas, I'd love to come help out, but I'm an idiot. I don't know anything. I can carry stuff. Like if you need me to clean up some scrap, like I can do that stuff, but I don't know anything. Like there's 0 point in me acting like I know carpentry, because I know I will leave so many breadcrumbs around where I'm just going to burn my reputation with these guys because they're like, dude, we would respect you a lot more if you just flat out said, I don't know what I'm doing, but hey, I'm here to learn. Like, who doesn't respect that? The lack of respect comes when people behave a certain way and then they start to leave breadcrumbs as if, because I mean, you're going to expose yourself. And that's what we just had there with Mr. E. I mean, to the T. Good grief. Clay was sweeping the floor, and Robert knew instantly that, right, but here's the thing is, I tell everybody, I tell all the contractors, I don't know anything about like, this is just not my world. But I can carry stuff. I can clean stuff up. I can push a broom. So there's your life advice. What I've discovered in my 43 years, not that that mean that I am committed to logical fallacy, by the way. Just because I've been around 43 years does not mean this is good advice. But what I've discovered in my personal experiences, if you just tell people up front you don't know stuff and you're an idiot in regards to whatever, when you're an idiot, they're like, well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He told us that. That's respectable, right? People respect self-awareness, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I like I said, donuts. I know what you meant by that, but my point was like some people actually take the trading should be fun, and then they kind of abuse that mentality that you're saying. I agree with your mentality. I agree with what you're saying, but sometimes people take that to mean, yeah, because you can create adrenaline surges for yourself. It's like, well, that's, I mean, you're not really doing it right if you're creating adrenaline surges for yourself. All right, let's see what else we can cook up here. Lauren, I mean, like I said, some people, I mean, you have to keep this in mind, Lauren, and this is what I started to learn. Like live streaming is very cool. It's very fascinating because I could literally go from I can't remember where you're located at, Lauren, but I can talk to you, and I'm assuming in a state, and then I could talk to someone. I mean, we have the one guy. He's not here at what Unkillable Soul Train. That dude's over in Indonesia. So like I could literally be talking to anybody around the world. Very, very cool. I could literally be talking with maybe a doctor. Then I could go from a doctor to maybe a high school student. And then maybe I could go and be talking to a concrete guy. And then I could go and like, it is really cool. But along with that, I mean, I could be talking to quite literally somebody that's drunk, somebody that's literally high, somebody that is down on their luck, an absolute bum. And that's why they would show up and act like that. Because some people are literally just in bad spots of their life. So that is why I'm trying my best to recognize the trolls, quote unquote. Are they a troll because they're a cokehead? Are they a troll because they're just upset at their own poor decisions in life? Are they a troll? I don't know. But like that is the weird thing about all this is you can go from talking to an ambitious 15-year-old that's wanting to learn the markets to a 15-year-old that is a total dent that will probably live with their parents the rest of their life. You know? You just don't know. So that's part of live streaming that I'm still trying to work on is identifying the trolls as quickly as possible. I don't know if Dean's still here, but Dean showed up, ran his mouth, and then I was like, dude. And then I explained, and he was like, oh, my bad. Sorry about that. And that's what I'll always remember Dean for. I respected that so much. And then we have Mr. E, same exact thing. Shows up, runs his mouth, displays something he got totally wrong. Instead of just like, okay, sorry, man, that's on me. He starts to double down on it. And it's just like, that's the difference between Dean and Mr. E. How they reacted. Both showed up and were total morons. One owned it. The other was like, let me double down on it. The one that owned it, whatever. I actually, that made me respect him more. The other guy, well, there you go. I will fly out just to give you a haircut. That might be good content. Do it on live stream. Yeah, no, like I said, 97% of you, I would totally hang out with real life. Like I look at you as weird as it is to say, especially now when I've been doing this for almost what, going on a year and a half now. Like, yeah, I look at a lot of you as friends. Like, I recognize the names, I recognize the avatars. So, like, yeah, I'm just hanging out right now. Again, I appreciate everybody says, like, well, Clay, forget the trolls, ignore the trolls. Well, yeah, I get that. But, like, you don't know who a troll is until they kind of give you enough reasons that they're a troll. I'm not going to take this long, by the way. I'm watching it. It's kind of like I take a losing trade and you're like, Clay, just avoid the losing trades. It's like, I do agree. Let's try to avoid losing trades. But, like, you don't know something's a losing trade unless you interact with the market and take the trade. Same is true for trolls. You don't quite know somebody's a troll unless you interact with them a little bit, which is why what I'm trying to improve on is recognizing the trolls quicker. But yeah, it's impossible to ignore the trolls because you don't know who a troll is until they kind of leave enough evidence. Doggone it! What an idiot. What an idiot. I have zero good reason of why I wasn't interested. I mean, I had the rubber band. I just. You can't make this stuff up. That's comedy at its best. By the way, my laughter, I do take this seriously, but that laughter is a coping mechanism. For me, I've discovered that sometimes if I just laugh about these circumstances, it helps me to not lose my mind and go on tilt, because that is extremely frustrating. So my laughter is not because I'm not taking this seriously. It is a coping mechanism that I've learned over the years that helps me. I don't know if laughter will help you as a coping mechanism, but maybe it will. Sometimes all you can do is just laugh. And again, Mr. E continues to display what I meant. Instead of just saying, okay, Clay, I ran my mouth, I got it wrong, he continues to double down. So, like I said, don't be a Mr. E, be a Dean. Dean did the same thing when he showed up, but he just owned it, apologized, and it was water under the bridge. And now we have Mr. E continuing to double down, like a true basement dweller. What a bounce. Crazy. Now, I highly doubt I'd have been. Well, I don't know. This thing is essentially straight back up. Maybe I would be scared. Mystery, thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your thoughts. I wish you all the best, sir. All right. There's no. I'm thinking short, but my reason is like, there's no way this thing V-shaped straight back up. But on a day like today, that seems a little bit more likely than not. We will see. Oh yeah, it's it's been wild all day long, Spencer. It's been one of those things where it's I don't know if it's been the most volatile day that I've been part of, but it's easily top 3. Like early on in the webinar, we started off. Now things have slowed down a little bit. And you know it's kind of crazy when like I'm defining this 100-point bounce as slowing down. But yeah, earlier today we had a 100-point y-axis. Yeah, just don't worry about Mr. He's already set himself up for yet. Like the mic that I have above his head, that if I wanted to drop it on its head right now, is of mind staggering amounts. Like if we wanted to cross-check who behaved more infantile, it might be the guy that ran his mouth for something he should not be running his mouth for. Like that's something my kids would do. Like that's something I'm trying to correct my kids with, right? Hey kids, maybe don't weigh in here because you clearly have no idea what you're doing. That. Anyways, Mr. E, did you not act like a complete moron when you showed up? You did, but you owned it. You apologized, and then it's been good since. Dean will always. I don't even remember what the context was, but Dean showed up. He's like, "Wait, this guy's telling people he's got a 100% win rate. What a scammer!" But he totally missed some context or something, and then he was like, "Oh wait, sorry about that. Yeah, that's on me." Right, Dean. But you are a moron because with a live stream, you should have been well aware that there was a high possibility you were acting on limited information, right? Okay, we are at the 21 EMA on the 5 minute. So does this reject back down? I don't know. If it does, I'm interested in a long down at that yellow line again. I'm not letting that thing. I'll do that out of pure spite. Like after me mapping that out, me not taking it for who knows what reason, and then seeing this, I will buy right there out of pure spite. God, you're the worst. Kyle is the worst. He is if I ever saw Kyle in real life, I'd punch him in the face and then give him a hug. That's my thoughts on Kyle. Okay, if you guys do not see that Mr. E is now been trolling, he's trying to save face. Like, don't waste your time typing to Mr. E. The guy is clearly a troll. I am not. Okay, I guess I'm kind of doing, but like by ignoring him, his type will talk more, and the more he talks, the more it helps the algorithm. So the more the algorithm will spit this out to more people. So just let Mr. E help build the audience. Just ignore him, because that will trigger him more, and that will get him to yap more. And the more yapping, the better for the algorithm. Yes, he's a troll and he is triggered. And there is no better way to trigger a troll than to ignore the troll. Clay, I know. It's not about being soft. I'm in businessman mode right now. Remember, there's 3 pillars. I do this because it's fun, but I got to balance fun with the business aspect, and I got to balance those 2 things with responsible trading. His nervy nerves. That's so infantile, Ron Young, to call it nervy nerves. That one might stick. Ooh, this one's on my nervy nerves. All right, might try short here. So this one's come back down. Still like a 25-point stop. That's right, I'll take a swing at it. My nervy nerves are. Okay, I'm in. Okay, Mr. E, do you see how this is fluctuating around? That means I have an open position, brother. Given you are a newbie, there you go. So I am now in a trade, and I'll be in a trade as long as that does not show 0. Okay, now I am out. Notice how that says 0. That's because I have closed the position. And because something is closed, it means it's no longer open. And because it's no longer open, there is where the 0 comes from. There you go, brother. I'm always happy to help a newbie out. Aren't I a nice guy? I help out newbies. I'm just here to help the newbies. Which means because I scalp, this is probably going to roll back over again. This is, in a weird way, this is one of the worst days I've had in a while. And now I probably have a little bit of confirmation bias going on right now, but I swear, every trade I've taken so far, I think they've all been scalpy. No, I'm sorry. The first one was the 100-point one. That was definitely not a scalpy scalp. But like, man, I've left so many points on the table. Okay, you get a gold. Thank you, Lauren. The baboon. Yeah, we'll call it from now on the dented baboon hive. But hey, listen, I'm just here to help out newbies. So now I feel good about it. When my wife asks, "Hey, honey buns, how'd the stream go?" I'll say, there is this newbie here, did not know what open P&L meant, but I explained to him what open P&L meant. And I helped him out. And she'll be like, "Oh, you're so nice. You're so kind. Let's go make baby number 7." And I'll say, "Let me think about that one." That will be, I need to do one MNQ. If I get long there, it'll be one MNQ because I admit it. I don't know if that's actually a good entry point or not, but I'm doing it out of pure spite. Clay, does it affect the test if you go over the goal on day 5? No, I mean you don't want to go anything over the goal is kind of worthless because it doesn't carry to anything. But just to clarify, I right now I'm getting the impression that you might think the test is 5 days. The 5 days is the minimum. It goes a minimum of 5 days. You can take as long as you want though. I always say though to aim to pass within 1 month, which is more than enough time because during this phase it is per month, but that's only during the test phase. So aim to pass within 1 month, which may seem kind of crazy, but with the way futures move, again, I'm not saying anything is easy, but it is reasonable due to just how fast futures move to be able to pass these tests within 1 month. It should lock it once you pass. No, not on Take Profit Trader. Like on Take Profit Trader, you could unpass yourself. I thought I'd pass today. Well, Lauren, I don't know if anybody knew that today was going to be like this. Because, I mean, as of now, Iran stuff is kind of old news. Unless something drastically changes, kind of old news. So, nah, full port pass in 3 trades. Well, yeah, we'll take profit trade. Again, might be a time and place for that. Might be a time and place. Especially within the world of prop firms. The math is a little different. That's for sure. It has taken me some while to get used to it. But math in a good way. The math is in a good way in your favor. No, Kyle, do not change. Maths? What's maths? Mango and fruit fly salad? Oh, maths. Gotcha. Does it sound like math when I say it? I thought math. I think don't I think I emphasize the th. Are you guys over there today? Question mark. My wife wants to get an in-ground or not in-ground. One of these temporary pool things. To be fair, the heat wave shows up next week. It's like it's down a little bit. It's down a little bit. Let me call her real quick. Okay, let me put this on mute. Just a minute. Put this on mute. Hey, what's up, sexy? You want the pool? Skip. What? Yeah, it looks like a good deal. Yeah, Amazon Prime days. They should call it Amazon Skip days. Oh, you think that's funny? Oh, that's why you married me? I know. Oh, that's why we have 6 kids, because you like skip. Yeah, you like that's why? Yeah, I know. I know a lot of people thought it was kind of weird that our wedding vows had me saying skip. But I mean, that's okay if other people didn't get it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll get the pool. Yeah, that sounds good. It seems like a good deal. Okay. All right, see you later. All right, let me unmute this. Unmute. So yeah, we're gonna be getting a pool, I guess. Temporary one. Oh, I'm still muted. All right, let me unmute then. Europe is at, yeah, I know. I don't know where it's like, but I saw at least Midwest, like heat index is supposed to be getting up over 100 next week. Do I have any pets? I still feel bad about it. My poor son, Trip, he's been talking time. Dad, can I get a fish? Can I get a fish? And then when they were back in Michigan and at Meyer, so Meyer's like the equivalent of like a Walmart. Um, they had fish there for 39 cents. So he took some of his hard-earned money, bought 2 fish. One died like 6 hours later. Used his hard-earned money, bought some some sort of water from Walmart. We needed a gallon. Spent $1.37 of his net worth on that. And then I swear, like 12 hours later, that thing died. I think I might give him some. I don't know. I feel bad. But so no, we don't have any fish. Or no, we don't have any pets. We had a pet for about 24 hours total. Still feel bad about it. But I'm trying to keep it like, okay, like this is why I struggle as a father. Like that's just life, right? Life is you'll make investments into things, and sometimes investments don't work out. I don't know. Do I refund them back? You know what? But I don't know. It was a little fishbowl. It was like I said, it was a 39 or 37 or 39 cent goldfish. But especially when next week is supposed to be into the 90s. Hey, Brian. So the 5-minute has me feeling maybe a little shorty. But I'm not quite sure I want to take it. Is the Fed making an announcement today? No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of, Christian. You can't put a price on that poor fish's life. Yeah. You are green. This is true. Kind. Yeah. I mean, yes, I'm overall green. I did cook a test account earlier today, though. It's a good life lesson. Sometimes things don't work out. Yeah, I know. I agree. It's just from a like strictly emotional standpoint, I feel bad for him. $341 away from a funded. Stop counting it by the dollar, brother. Just trade. Just trade, brother. Rising wedge on the 5-minute. I sound. You know what I just sounded like? I did that like those Vicola. That's what it reminded me I don't know. Where are you seeing a rising wedge at on the 5-minute? Oh, maybe you're so maybe you're doing this. Are you discounting this low? Okay, maybe you're doing this. You're ignoring that low and you're doing something like that. Kind of sort. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. I'm not seeing. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just not sure I see it. Just make sure the loan back to your son is at 6% interest. Yeah, teach him some more lessons in business. Didn't the store have some sort of guarantee that the fish will live? Oh, I don't know, Lauren. It does. It's in Michigan. They got it right before they left. So, I don't think the math works out gas wise, time wise, to drive 8 hours back to get a refund on our 2.37 fish. I'm not a mathematical genius, but I think I can do that. Yeah, what even was that? What was it saying? Vicola or Bicola? Wasn't that? That was a medicine commercial, wasn't it? Yeah, fish might have gotten car sick. I don't know. Oh, Ricola? I don't think that's true. I think you guys are okay. I got to stop talking to me right now. I'm about to get short here. Stop up here. That phone call shut mystery up, didn't it? That's what we call dropping the mic. I think that he thought, like, he really got in my head, like, okay, yeah, see, this guy's never going to do that again. It's so infantile. I won. Wait, Clay, you knew that you weren't on mute? Yes, the yodeling commercial. Am I long? I am long. No, I'm short. I'm short. Am I going to get the rejection back down, though? What does this thing want to do? We got some better fish for and then joining some $180 worth of, huh? Man, I guess that's probably the fish model, right? Crap. What is this garbage? All right. All right, so all right, that is a downside of the mental stop. My mental stop was these highs, and it went through there, and I hesitated, and then I talked, and then it kept going against me. So that was definitely a bigger loss than what. So that is if you're gonna do mental stops, that is the downside of it. But yeah, that does seem to be the maybe the fish model. Like the fish, keep it relatively cheap, and then let's make money on all the other stuff. Well, that one, that was a true breakout there. All right. Well, back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board we go. Infantile jerk loses a trade. News that. Fish are like printers, small upfront costs. Yeah, it reminds me like the restaurant model, right? Well, yeah, I guess I don't know if they're losing money on the fish, but and I don't even know if this is true. I think I heard it somewhere, but I don't know if it's actually true. So if we have any restaurant people that like to start restaurants, I know there's a fancy term for that, but I've always heard that the term loss lead. So like a hamburger is a loss lead. Like you're losing money on the hamburger, but then your margins are like insane on alcohol and stuff like that. So it's kind of like that made with the fish. The fish is maybe the loss lead, but I don't know how you lose money on a $3 fish. Anyways, and then you get the huge margins on like the tank and the filter and the rocks. Set up a back test and go, but that was a go. Yeah, like Costco's hot dog. I think that's just a normal term in like restaurant and food stuff, like a loss lead or loss leader. Yeah, a product that is deliberately sold at a loss in order to attract customers. Right. Yeah, I still remember one of my high school teachers. He had a side job as a bartender, and he would just tell us like the cost of like he was just like the margins on alcohol are just obscenity. Correct. Yeah. By the way, that reminds me. Michael Keaton, very good movie on McDonald's. What was that? What's the Michael Keaton movie about McDonald's called? You may never want to eat at McDonald's again. The founder is that it? The founder. Yeah, the founder. Right here. Good movie. Good movie. For those of you that like kind of like business and stuff like that. To be fair, I don't know how much of it was true, but yeah, Ray Kroc turned out to be quite the scumbag. Is it? Obscenity? That's not a word, is it? There's insanity and obscene. Like if you're obscene, yeah. Anyways, I'm going with that obscenity. It is now. That's true. All right, I'm looking for maybe a shorty short up here, but my nervy nerves are getting a little freaked out. Frickin' Mr. E, the phone call. Put him on on silent. Woo! Mr. E, I just ate his lunch. I just shoved him in a locker, gave him a wedgie, and took his lunch money. That's what that phone call did to Mr. E. Crickets from him ever since. His tears taste delicious, by the way. I loved the part he was asked, "Are you willing to go to someone?" Yeah, yeah. Again, who knows? We all know. Well, I hope we all know that Hollywood takes liberty with some of these based on a true story. So I don't know if Ray Kroc was actually that cutthroat, but if he is, dude was cutthroat. Correct. Dotted yellow line is VWAP. Yes, correct. For some reason, this seems bullish. Like it's not going to care about the VWAP, but am I being a dent for thinking that? Seems like we got some momentum here. I'm in long. I went to meet Barber. Yeah, he's hanging out with Barber right now. Come on, momentum. Let's keep going here, brother. Oh, please don't literally reject right at VWAP. The one time raw. Come on. Come on, momentum. Let's just keep it going. Keep it going. Good. Keep it going. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Wow. Isn't it amazing how you can go from feeling great and then literally in a half second, you're like, oh, crap. Come on. Come on. Yep, let's give it another try here. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm out. What a... that was... Man, that is a great example of why I think trading is so hard. Because psychologically, you can go in an instant from like, all right, yes, here we, and then just, I mean, you guys saw how fast that was. We're solid green to boom, just like that red. Man, VWAP can get a little squirrely, Daniel. It can get a little squirrely. Why I didn't short the VWAP? Yeah, easy to say now in hindsight. And once again, why didn't I take the Scalpy scalp? So the time where I now didn't take this scalp is where I should have done it. Because I did. I had green there, and I could have been quick enough on the trigger. But, oh well. Today's market, yeah, base hits. It's been a wild one. I can't be on the charts after an L. Like after a loss? Like after, I don't want to misrepresent what you're saying. But Catlick, are you saying after one loss, that could send you on tilt? One loss? Hey, good job, Jay. Yeah, if you have cooked one account or less today, I would say you are the exception and not the rule. That's come on, man. That you're taking. Well, I don't know. I guess how many trades do you take in a day? I guess I could see that if you like take 2 trades in a day, or like you normally take 2 trades in a day, and like your first one is a loss. I can see that maybe being a little bit tilting. But if you're taking like several trades, I don't know if one loss should really do that much damage to you. Only thing I cooked today was my meatloaf. Don't lie. Let me correct it for you. Only thing my mom cooked today for me as I live in my basement or her basement was meatloaf. There you go. Well, I will give some credit. Credit to, yes, that was very stupid of me apparently to try to play the momentum. But I'm glad I stopped out where I did because goodness, this would be Cook City. So I'll try to find some bright spots. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Yeah. Taking a leaky leak. Feel like a new Manny man. I have to stick weight requirement. Oh, okay. Well, at least it's not like a. Well, what's your time frame? What are those candles? Mr. E, did you hear my phone call? All right. Do I try a long down here? I don't know. That 5 minute candle seems kind of heavy. That just feels like a heavy candle to the downside. Just the shape of it, the location of it, the volume. It just seems kind of heavy. Hey, trade for life. That's a lot of sense there, compound. Let's see. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the long at the green line. Looking for a long at the green line. Will it come down? Nobody know. Well, Barbara probably knows. Funny, we say today was a roller coaster. Then we have lost two funded and two evals, but still green on four funded. Yeah, no. Today's a weird. Today is one of those days where somebody that's new to prop firms, like you can sound very scammy to somebody because you can be like, dude, I cooked a bunch of accounts, but I'm actually green. I'm walking away net positive, and they'd be like, what do you mean you cooked a bunch of accounts? Because in their mind, they're like, well, like I usually fund an account with $3,000-$4,000, and you're saying you cooked multiple accounts. How can you lose tens of thousands of dollars and then still be walking away green? Hey, Pete. Do we get short up there? Five in green, T1 of them daily and pay up. Yeah, good job, Fazil. Yes, today's like I said, a day where there can be a lot of bloodshed, but all it takes is one or two, and you can still walk away net positive. Hmm. But gold, by the way, has been well. I mean, I guess depending on your strategy, kind of a snooze fest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically past 35-ish minutes, kind of just stuck in this little range here. So gold's still trying to figure out what it wants to do. And we'll see if this one wants to come up here. Oh, you can do that? So individual people, you can block people? I don't know that. No, okay. Again, I'm not saying that I'm a psychologist because I'm not, but I have done a lot of research into psychology for two reasons. One, because trading has a lot to do with psychology. Two, I am a businessman. And I think I would argue if you're in any form of business, understanding psychology is very, very helpful. So this is what Mr. E is doing. He realizes he looks really, really dumb in one regard, right? He showed up, he ran his mouth, said all this stuff, and we're all like, dude, wait, you think he's still in a position? Like, the evidence is right on the screen. He's not in a position. So, and he feels really stupid about that, right? So, what he's doing is he keeps harping on and hammering all the hive mind and all this other stuff to try to pull everybody's attention to this dynamic. Hopefully, distracting from the dynamic of how dumb he actually looked when he showed up, ran his mouth about something he clearly does not understand, which reveals the true irony in all this. He keeps calling me and you guys infantile when in all actuality, he demonstrated that he pulled off the more infantile action, right? You would expect his behavior from a child. You would expect a child to show up, run their mouth about something that they have no idea about, right? That's what a child does. So like the irony here and the psychology and what he's doing, like, so in other words, don't put, I mean, I guess if you're bored and you want to keep interacting with them, that's fine. But like, don't let him get away with the red herring, right? The red herring is all this infantile hive mind stuff. He's trying to pull away from and distract you from how infantile he actually behaved. So there we go. Okay, now you're not going to come up here and give me a short at VWAP. You didn't want to come down here to give me a long down here, so you're just going to drag me along now? Hey, Orlando, how you doing, man? That is a blast from the past. Where have you been, brother? Had a rough ride? Rough little journey? Well, I hope today's not your first day back after a hiatus, because this would be a rough environment to come back to. Kyle. Dude, these number. Okay. I'm about to just answer this one. Just. I swear this number has called me several times now. I'm getting very, very close to turning this into like a dual purpose live stream where we trade and joke around, but then I start to like answer these like spammers and we just messed with them too. Hey, Mats. Been around trading, but just June has been a rough month of trading for me. Oh, I see, Orlando. So you're out there still around trading. I see, but you're too cool to hang out around with us anymore. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's one of the craziest things I've heard in a while. Or no, I don't know. We'll see. This number has not left voicemails before. But yeah, we'll see if this one leaves a voicemail about that $14.99 MacBook. $1,500, not a bad deal. Send me this. Yeah, I agree. This market is so boring right now. Like barely moving. This thing is like barely moving today. Well, it's good to have you back, Orlando. Glad to have you back. Again, I am interested in a short up around here, a long down around here, and it's kind of just putzing around between these 2 points right now. So, how many MacBook Pro? Apparently more than one. Apparently more than one. Hmm. Hopefully, I can turn things around moving forward today. I actually had a good day. Hey, congrats. Yeah, overall, good day for me. Very happy with today. Well, again, the day's not over. So I am presupposing that I behave myself and the wheels don't fall off the bus. Oh, U.S. plays tonight? Who do they? So, okay, who are they playing? Is that Turkey? Or is that like a new country I've never heard of? What country are they playing? I'm thinking it's Turkey, but then as I look at the name, I'm like, well, wait a second. Is this another country that I do not know about? It is Turkey. What if USA played Iran? I don't know. Is Iran? Are they getting out of the group stage? Is that still possible? Oh, it is Turkey. And then, is there any upside to winning? Like, could that give them a better seed, or no? Oh boy, am I about to get long here? I think I'm about to get long here. If this comes down here, I'm gonna try long up here though. Got to drop down first though. Okay, I'm gonna try along with the green line if it wants to come back up. Looking for a bounce off the purple line here, which is the 50 SMA. Well, I know they won the group, but what I'm asking is, all right, I'm in. What I'm asking is, like, if they win and get more points or however it works, will they get a better seed and then have to play like a lower seed in the next round? So I do know they've won. I do know they're moving to the next round, but to go 3-0 in pool play, does that give them a better seed for the round of whatever it is, 32 or 16 or whatever? Come on, bounce, you dirty rat. Go. I'll take that. I'll take that. No, no, it's no result game. Question. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk in my answer, but the difference is just literally the mathematical formula. And yeah, I mean, you ultimately have to experiment with them, but that is the difference. They're just calculating the averages a little bit differently. So, do you think the USA will they like play their subs, or are they going to treat it like a normal game? Because as traders, we should be thinking about risk management, right? So when I put that template over the game, I'm thinking, do I want to risk hurting people? So like what how does that work? Like or would the argument maybe be to keep chemistry to build momentum? Yeah, I don't know what the Because I know in football, American football, like once they're playoff bound or like preseason, like, man, they're not putting the quarterbacks in there. See what I mean? I swear. I think I'm the chosen today. Like, I don't scalpy scalp, losing trade. I do scalpy scalp, and then a nice, beautiful bounce upwards. Subs will play, or just the first half. Play starters for at least the first half. I bet, then reevaluate after halves. Yeah. Like I said, I played soccer until 7th grade, through 6th grade. But yeah. Do I understand the theory of, or the philosophy of soccer and all? Like, no. Thought it was going to be even more spicy of a drop. Ronaldo or Messi? I have tried neither of those foods. I like lasagna. I also like fettuccine, but no, Abel, I have tried neither of those foods. Have to remember these guys don't play together on their yeah, that's true too. So to keep that chemistry going, that makes sense. Late game tonight. Where do they play? What part of the country? That's the other thing. Do they move them around to different time zones, or have they been in the West time zone this whole time? Oh, they're down in LA, so they are keeping them in the same time zones at least. All right. We're getting some interesting dynamics here. Like when you're trying to think about maybe a short, you have a previous high here. You have the 200 SMA. You have a pivot point. You have a VWAP. So it's like, okay, can we maybe cook something up from the short side up around that area? Maybe. For some reason, I want to get long right here, but I don't know why. My loins are like, Clay, I think it's about to make a move up to at least VWAP. I'm like, I don't know if I believe you, loins. Maybe I should be listening to my loins, but I don't know. I had tick for the game in Kansas. Listen to your loins. That's true, Jimmy. It would. It would. Ah. Well, to be fair, my loin said VWAP. So my loins aren't quite right. It has not hit VWAP. VWAP is the dotted yellow line, by the way. It starts at 9, so I sold them. You sold the tick? Hopefully it didn't have... Okay, I should... Look at that, my loins. And, oh, did MU recovered? Wow. Almost. Almost. What's Bitcoin doing? All right, right back to that level there, kind of acting as a key support. How's the dollar doing today? Pullback, I'm assuming. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of a pullback. That's all right. Come on, dollar. Keep on grinding, brother. Man, that's a thing of beauty. Come on, dollar. Keep on moving. You got to look at that. The loins. Doc Solo, man. Did anybody short the VWAP there? If so, good call. Very good call in all actuality. Listen, I'm gonna try a short up there if it goes back up. Took a scalpy scalp. Short from 783. Where's your stop at, John? It does, yeah. VWAP strikes again. Crazy. So what's the over under? How many people on social media do you think will have cool charts annotated up about how obvious the big drop down today was to be and how they supposedly made hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like, what's the over under? Again, where somebody annotates the chart, aka has full hindsight at their favor, annotates it, and then tells us all, explains to us all how obvious it was that there was going to be that massive drop this morning. I'm almost tempted to cruise through social media just to see who the scammers are. Because that's, days like today are great to help expose the scammers. Because scammers they'll sit there and they'll tell you, oh, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, my system, my concepts, my methods. Oh, yeah. This was all forecasted. Uh-huh. A fake P&L, huh? 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 Who's this trader? Rick guy just shows up out of nowhere. Are you Mr. E under a new name? I didn't ban the other one, brother. Oh, I see what he's doing. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Failed YouTube guy, angry. So we're just going to go ahead and see you later. Adios. ICCPs will be buzzing about how they were value gaps. ICT peeps will be buzzing about how. No, hey, I gotta push back. Just because somebody sells a course does not automatically mean scumbag. Did you catch the drop at all? I tried to catch it in one of my accounts, but I did not catch it. So thankfully it was a test account though. Yeah, exactly. How many people are going to be like, yeah, I made $3 million on my cell phone today while I sat at McDonald's? Whoa. I did not make. Oh yeah, Neil probably made 2.5 million. He'll say he did, but what he actually made means it's probably like $25 because Neil's notorious for his typos. Okay, I might be looking for a short here. Matt, you got to get into futures, Matt. When do you think the house will be done? I don't know. Maybe October? That's sad, period. Do you need help with anything? Question mark. I can be over there in an hour-ish or so. Yeah, exactly. That's my wife and I, we told ourselves a year just so we're not vastly disappointed. But at the rate things were going, I'd be shocked to think it would be a year. I'm scared of the future rules. What rule are you scared of? The rules in prop firm, well, I always talk through the lens of take profit trader. But the rules should not be feared. The rules, and again, when I say prop firms, I'm talking specifically about take profit trader, but the rules are a good thing because the rules automatically make you have to start to think about risk management and all that. Now, do the rules mean that you can't just hold and hope, but hold and hoping, that's a bad habit. Yeah, drawdown just means don't. That's the amount you're not allowed to lose, right? So on Take Private Trader, 50K account, the drawdown is 2,000. That just means don't lose 2,000. If you do, you have failed. They will take the account away from you, which automatically puts you into, oh, you've got to start to actually focus on not losing 2,000, which does pigeonhole you. It forces you to think about that, which is good. Because now you're like, okay, how do I not do that? AK, how do I manage risk so that doesn't happen? So no, do not fear prop firm rules, assuming they're not, prop firm rules, again, generally speaking, are good for you. They will force you to focus on the things that you may not want to focus on. It is way better to focus on making money, making money, making money. But I think as any experienced trader will tell you, making money is not really the goal of trading. The goal of trading is to manage risk. And it's weird how if you manage risk, gains can start to show up and stay around and all that. Is there a percent of when the next day has to be closed? No, you're thinking of like consistent. So what you're thinking of is one where I totally get it. To a new person, that consistency rule is very confusing. Even I'm kind of still confused by it. But no, with Take Profit Trader, that rule is not there, Pete. So like that is again why for the beginner to the prop firm space, I say Take Profit Trader, very very good. They don't have that consistency rule, which can indeed get a little bit confusing. All right, maybe along here as we bounce back up. Going to try a long at the green line. I'm in. Out there for the skip. Okay, which means it's probably headed up to here at minimum. That crosshair probably had, because I chose a scalp, which means it's probably going to just keep on ripping and rolling upwards. No, did I finally was it finally a smart to do a scalp? My ego, please. For my ego's sake, just drop. Make me look smart for at least once on this live stream. Just once. That's all I'm asking for. His only prop firm. Yeah, the more and more of these other prop firms kind of continue to play out, the more and more take. I mean, like I said, I've always thought Take Profit Trader was the king of the biz. But yeah. But to be fair, ultimately, at the end of the day, is prop firm X terrible for you? Maybe. So the best example I can say to illustrate this is this. If you are a micro scalper and you trade micros, so you're just a scalper, you trade micros, you make lots of trades every day, my funded futures probably not for you. Not because they're a scam company, but they do have higher commissions on their micros. So from a commission standpoint, for somebody that's trading, lots of day trades every day, trading micros, my funded future is probably not the best for that person. For that person, I would say Take Profit Trader. I mean, Take Profit Trader has very low commissions. I think they might be the lowest across all the prop firms. But like, it's just those little instances. So that's where you can't just throw out one prop firm and say, oh, that prop firm is garbage. It's like, well, yeah, maybe for some strategies, for some goals, it's garbage. But like maybe for other people, it's perfectly fine. But that is why if you're a beginner, just go Take Profit Trader. And then once you become experienced, you'll be able to navigate all those other prop firms a lot easier. Yeah, Spencer. I don't blame anybody for thinking that wait, this sounds kind of scammy. What's the catch? Blah, blah, blah. I get all that. But thankfully for those of you, okay. Well, once again, I'm wrong. Once again, scalpy scalp, should have just let the thing cook. I have not heard that one keeping the West wild, but yeah. Another long I didn't hold. Well, misery loves company, Neil. What in the world? So today it's like fade my management choices. Don't fade me on the entries. I will pat myself on the back. My entries have been solid. But where I have failed miserably is my management. When I choose to scalpy scalp, it cooks and goes up great or works out well. If I choose to not scalpy scalp, then yeah, it dumps on me and I get knocked out. Blew 2 evals this week. Dude, 2 evals is nothing, my friend. The fact that you think that's... Come on, man. 2 evals? What? This week, I'm sure several people here have blown 2, if not more, today. Today's been nutso. With the and not to mention today's Thursday. What do you mean 2? With the Trade-O-Vate platform, can you place an order? Yes. Yeah, Rambo. That's an ATM order. One today and one last night. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. As Double A says, those are kind of rookie numbers. Either way, comma, I'm coming over regardless as I want to finish sweeping up the upstairs. Holy... That is how it happens, folks. I've had an order out here for who knows how long. That is exactly how accounts get cooked. Completely forgot it. I'm blaming all of you. How come none of you told me? Hey Clay, hey Baboon, you got an order up there. I blame all of you. I take zero responsibility in this. Yeah, the stuff with that though, Kyle, is that's where prop firms get squirrely unless there's a way you can filter it out. But like, for example, if you go over the 50% rule and you've got to kind of lose some money, where you're going buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Like that is making your stats look all goofy. Because now it's number of trades is way higher. So it's just like, that's where you got to kind of weigh that stuff in. So, thought you left it there for no. Yeah, and that's my one critique. I assume they'll eventually get it figured out, but like I know TPT has their new journal and new stats and blah blah blah, but it's just like, well, yeah, but my stats look terrible though, and my stats should look really out of whack because, I mean, in theory, with prop firms, you could cook 10 accounts, and then number 11, you could go on a run, get a payout, and not only pay for all those cooked accounts, but still be in the green. So from like a practical standpoint, you're actually overall net green, but your stats would look terrible because you cooked 10 accounts. So that's where there's a bit of a disconnect. Hey, good morning, family farm. Yeah, it's been wild. You said you keeping, yeah, I'm keeping it, Sean. You dent, because some people like TPT. And I'm glad you're surprised, because I'm here to surprise people. How about them apples, Sean? You like them apples or no? Well, you can filter your accounts to the ones you're trading. No, I understand that, but like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. All I'm saying, and I think if you've traded props, you know, like, you could theoretically have lots of losing trades, several cooked accounts, and then you just go with one. Okay, I gotta maybe try a short here. I'm trying VWAP. Hello, Nell. Did I just miss it? Come on, don't say that. That's like I said. I think they'll rework it some. No, get back up there. Okay, I'm short. Scoop. That was okay. This is 20 now. Okay, I guess in theory I could probably go to 5 now. This distance is no longer 50. All right, John. See you later. You should have left your order in. I got it. I put it back in and got it. In fact, I think I got a better entry than what my original order was at. It's got to take a breath at some point. Uh-huh. Agreed. Just like I thought I had to take a breath on the drop this morning. It's it's got to take a breath at some point and bounce. And it looked at me and it said, no. Argo. Iran attacks cargo ship in Strait of Hormuz and the sighting. Let's see. Does the market believe or care? Does not seem the market cares about that news given we're going up. What's oil doing? Oil, a little bit of upwards movement, but nothing explosive. So, yeah, either the market does not believe that top, or the market just does not care. What is going on with crypto lately? Hitting lower? I don't know. I'm not a big crypto person, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, old wolf, good to see you, brother. That was 2 hours ago? Oh. Top. Sounds like that. According to John, that news is not exactly hot off the press, brother. Yes, and buy. Wow, that's kind of savage. Yes, and buy? Dang. Hitting news wires now, guys. Okay, well, we have a point of disagreement here. I don't know. John says that's old news from 2 hours ago, and you're saying it's just hitting the news wires now. I don't know. Maybe your news wires are 2 hours delayed. I don't know. Is this finally about to be the break? This rejection and comeback here has me thinking maybe it's about to get moving. I'm in long. Come on. I guess in theory this thing could like triple top here, but I liked how that candle came down and then fought all the way back up. Come on. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. This garbage. All right, I gotta get. Holy smokes. Nope. I don't go against the VWAP. I guess that's a learning lesson right now. Don't even think about doubting the VWAP and its strength. Oh, well, I will say this. I feel very good about stopping out where I did. Anybody that shorted that, congrats. You're only cursing yourself, AMS. That's the only thing you're a curse to, is your I mean, I called you out yesterday, AMS. You're coming up with every excuse in the book to not do what you know needs to be done. So yes, if there is a curse, it's just you cursing yourself, brother. Goodness, look at that. I mean, this was kind of a crazy candle. Only, yeah, not even 100 points, which I understand makes me sound like, what do you mean? It was kind of crazy. It was only 80 points. Well, on a day like today, 80 points, not exactly the biggest of movers. Managed to grab 55 points on that. Good job. Of course, I had to switch loads and missed that easy. Well, I mean, it's Lauren. Let's call an ace an ace. Everything is easy in hindsight. Okay, I'm gonna try. Whoa. All right, maybe I'll try. Now, if this thing snaps all the way back up, this is gonna be not fun. There we go. No fill. Let's go up to VWAP or 21 EMA at this point. I tried the purple line, but apparently I was slightly too slow. And okay. The wheel. I hear the wheel squeaking right now. If you've been here before, especially during the past couple months with some crazy movements, there's been some times where we get to this time and the wheels have fallen off. So I'm trying to be extra aware of that. The wheels have kind of fallen off a little bit, but like I can hear them squeaking. I can hear the wheels squeaking. I don't want them to fall off right now. But man, I'm actually doing very well. Like this was a very good trade. And I say that because I stopped out, and had I not stopped out, that would have been basically Cook City, or very close to it, because that was a nasty continuation down after I stopped out. So as weird as it is to say, that was a good trade from the risk management standpoint. Will Clay, it would have been an even better trade had you never gotten in. You're right, but that's all hindsight. Yeah, I'm very rich in hindsight. I think all of us are very rich in hindsight. It does, yeah. It is hard to be wrong in hindsight. Okay, going for a short at the red line, 21 EMA. I am short. Okay. Are you seriously going to V shape all the way right back up? All right, there's my stop. And I'm out. Wow. All right. What? Okay. Squeak, 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 squeak. They are. We just lost the back two. I'd love to short at the VWAP, but at this point, I'm starting to lose that luxury. Yes, I'm still green, but I'm getting to the point where, like, yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Let me put it this way. If I had not taken that trade, I'd be looking to get short at VWAP. I'll put it that way. I'll paper trade it. I'd be looking to get short right there, the red line. So as of now, I would not be filled. Again, I've lost the luxury. I'm not after that last trade. Yeah. I'm not going to say all the wheels have fallen off, but we've lost a couple wheels after that trade. That was after the past two. If you're just showing up, I got I avoided disaster to the downside, and then I got hit. So went long, did not work out, kept dumping. Then I went short, and it kept going straight back up. So I've now gotten twice. So that's what I mean. The wheels, we've lost a couple wheels. We still got a couple of wheels left, but man, I really don't feel like losing those wheels too. Seems PA. Pa? Who's Pa? Come on, Marky, break the VWAP. Oh, I'm sorry. You mean the price action started a channel. Sorry. Oh boy. Okay, I would be filled. I wouldn't be out yet, but where's that high, right? Still would be in. This would be my stop right here. And would I? Nope, I'd still be in. I would not be up. There it is. Stop. I think stop. I don't know. Yeah, we'll call it stop. That one might have top ticked me there. Oh boy. Now I'm not sure if that would have filled me for sure. It looks like it might have though. Dude, are we looking at a potential top tick there? If this dumps, there's a good chance that the wheels would officially be off and I would be have lost it. You got it. I mean, you guys saw these lines. Oh my goodness. I would have been short, top ticked on the stop out, and then it would have started to go in my favor. I feel so good about my decision to not take that trade. Oh my goodness. Especially if this thing really starts to dump. We got too many trust me bros right now. We got too many trust me bros from people that know we don't do trust me bros around here. Thank you, low dots. I appreciate that. Somebody finally with some three numbers. try one more. What would that be? 26. Right, I'm going to try one more. And if this doesn't work out, I might have to call it good. Might have to call it good. Can you see the revenge voice in my head right now? Notice what's going on? I might. Oh, see, I'm leaving the door open. The voice in my head are leaving the door open. If you're wrong here, hey, it might be the last one. Because if I were to say it will be the last one, then I know I create in my mind I've made a distinction, like where it'll become very black and white that I'm breaking rules now. But when I say the word might, do you see how the voices work? They're thinking ahead. Who's we? Are you Mihai? Are we at record? Are we at a? Did you actually finally join a prop firm? Clay, you started the day with trading to the close. Kind of. I said I was open to sticking around to the close, depending on the action. But this action ain't it. We're back to a 20-point distance here. So I kind of, Brian. Oh, did you buy? Oh, I didn't realize you started last week. Sorry, Mihai. Yeah, you got to get in the take profit trader, brother. Well, either way, I'd be very tilted right now. Because like I said, that one would have definitely stopped me out. So that one would have barely knocked me out. If I had not gotten top tick there, that one would have definitely knocked me out. To then just see it dump. You got this, Ty. Here, Ty, like this. Do this. Do 4 NQs right here. 4 NQs and then scalp it out right there. Right there. Buy 4 NQs right there. 775. That was my, there you go. I think it's a good plan. I think you can scalp out. There you go. 75, you're in. 77, 79, 80 right there. 5 points. Take those. Take those 5 points. You just had 5 points at 80, brother. I'm buffoon and was only 200 away. Oh, no. No! Sorry to hear that, Blackout. Thank you for using code Clay as always, but I had something similar, well, pretty close. On one of my test accounts, I was 400 away from passing. Was that financial advice? The bottom right-hand corner, low dots. That's why I can't make the 60K days. Well, I mean, you could start to copy trade 40 accounts. If they took it, that's $400 in 15 seconds. There it is, right there. He only needed 200. Dang, gold is, I mean, not perfectly in that channel, but I mean, for almost the entirety of the live stream has been stuck in that little channel over there. All right, have a good one, Low Dots. Take care, brother. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? Dude, I'm going to Top Golf tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a good evening. This is the Cook Me Bro Day. I was down 700 and I'm back green 15, so I think it's time to call it. You didn't blow any accounts today, Junkie? Good for you. All right, I am shorting up there. Yeah, Top Golf's fun. Even if you're not good at golf. Even if you do not golf. That I think that is the brilliance of Top Golf. It is still fun. Don't fall in the net. Oh, you're not supposed. Oh, I thought that thing was like a trampoline. You're not. Oh, I thought you're supposed to jump on it and like bounce around and stuff like that. Man, thank you for the heads up. No wonder why. No wonder why they always ask me to leave the premise immediately. Now it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I always thought it was a trampoline for baboons. Dude, I can't wait till my new office. It really, I mean, it does, like the background is so dark. Crazy. Oh, crap. All right. Wow. Again, glad I didn't take that trade. Would have been steamrolled. That might be my sign that I've officially lost touch with the market. After what I would say, good solid live stream, good solid choices. My results the past, I don't know, let's call it, well, the past couple of trades and then a couple of my paper trades that I was thinking about in my mind, I'm like 0 for 4 right now. What is this? What is this? Yeah, in some sense, the wheels have fallen off. I've made the right choices the past two to kind of say, okay, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Let's see how it would play out. And this one would have been ultimately frustrating to get knocked out on the short before it dropped. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say that this account, if it is not cooked, it'd be very, very close to being cooked. And here's why I would say that. You guys heard me say it. I was thinking about getting short around here. I would have been knocked out on the short. I would have seen that happen. I would have been furious. Which that would have created a loss too, right? Because losing trade. So some of these would have gone more, gone lower. And then furious, I would have probably been like, screw it. Let's do something short again. And then that move right there. Okay, I don't know about cook the account, but definitely done damage. All right, so I'll back off the cooking account, but certainly, wow. After I was 2,200 in the green on a wait, what happened, Elusive? Did I miss something? Well, that's the thing, making trade plans in chop, but the chop has been get to the VWAP, chop down, get the VWAP, chop down, get to the VWAP, chop down, get to the VWAP, go a little bit more above, and then come back. So it's just like, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like, I don't know. Sometimes, but wait, Praveen, hi Clay. How much time does it take to get a payout? Not. Once you're eligible for a payout, Praveen, take profit trader is very quick. But yeah, I'd say also cross that bridge once it gets there. I meant, what did Elusive say? That seems like a follow up to a comment that I maybe missed. Oh, just got steamrolled. How bad was the steamroll? If you don't mind sharing, you were up 2,200 and you got steamrolled. How bad was the steamroll? I think I'm holding up the wheel from falling off. All right, Jay. Well, Be careful if it feels like your wheels are about to fall off. Uh-oh, you got, what do you mean roasted? Please don't tell me you were defining roasted as you gave back all 2,200 in gains and lost the account. Yeah, switching to new accounts can help a lot. No, are you, oh man. Was it, please, okay, please don't tell me it was a pro account. Was it at least a test account? Oh. Was it a pro account above the buffer? Please give me some kind of. Was it a pro account in buffer? Yes, and you're. Oh, goodness. Did it in personal. Don't tell. Wait, you did. You got cooked in a personal account today, Greg? Stop. I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear anymore. That's what happened. See, I got to stop like remembering you guys and actually kind of liking some of you. Then I feel up. Then it's like irritating. I got to just become like completely like mentally detached from all of you. So when you're like, yeah, man, this happens, I can just be like, don't care because I don't know you. I don't care about you. No, okay. The trade I just took. Yeah, man, elusive. That is a man. Ugh. Mats. I got kicked in the face in that test. Biggest upside is that past two tests. Yeah, again, I will die on this hill today. My premise is this. After a day like today, which has got to be top 3 most volatile I've seen, if you cooked one account or less, I would say you are the exception and not the rule. That is how crazy today has been. So if you're saying, Clay, I've only cooked one account, or Clay, I haven't cooked any accounts, good job. Good job. I think you were in very rare company. Especially now with some of this movement. This has been like this, like down and then straight back up. That's rough. That's good, elusive. Yeah, because you don't understand math. Mats does not understand math. Mats literally thinks it's a good idea to deal with delta with theta. Good job, Matt. The other Matt, the Texas Matt, not the Matt that doesn't understand math. Not that Matt. Still at 0 resets, but again, yes. Then you guys, well, I'm throwing myself in. I've only cooked one, so I'm also including myself. So maybe my analysis is a little biased. I made $500 and put on note on computer, so I keep it closed. Instead, I opened another account. Well, I mean, I don't think that's terrible, right? Because today is good environment. Like, if you catch some trades, the gains can add up very quickly. So yes, we're all talking about how it's kind of easy to blow an account because losses can add up so quick. But again, that is a two-sided coin because gains can also add up very quick. So I don't think that's a terrible thing to have started up another account. So you can start to make progress, build a racehorse stable. That makes sense, Greg. I do want to share that it is this is a very specific day. I call it an unstable auction. Neil, just stop. Just stop with your stupid terms that you just made up. I call it an unstable auction. Why don't you just call it a very volatile day? An unstable auction. What are we doing with our lives? All right. He's rage baiting, and I fell for it. There's no way that's actually true. If it is, Neil, don't tell me. Just lie to me. Be like, no, Clay, I was just rage baiting you. I don't actually. Instead of calling something a very volatile day, I choose to call it an unstable auction day. Please, just for my sanity's sake. I'm sharing that. Yes, right. Yeah, that's not the point of contention. I realize what you're sharing, but what you're sharing has got to be rage bait because it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's the epitome of somebody wanting to sound smart when they don't need to, when they can just say a term that everybody understands. Is it seriously a cult term? Clay, why does that trigger you? Because at the heart, believe it or not, I am like a teacher. I'm a coach. I love to coach. I love to teach. So my goal is ultimately like wanting to see people understand. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, from a teacher standpoint, I have a choice to make. I have new people. I could say, man, things are very volatile today. People understand what that is, right? Okay. Or I could say, man, unstable auction. And they're going to be like, unstable auction? What? Again, one term does make me sound kind of legit. Oh, today was an unstable auction. One is like, so it's a choice of sounding smart versus conveying a message that people understand. And given I'm a teacher at heart, I choose like, let's just convey a message that people understand. That's why, to answer it and be like, why does that rub him the wrong way? Because that's why. Why volatile? Why not choppy? I'd say those are interchangeable. I don't know. Choppy? Would a new person, if you said something was choppy? Yeah, probably, right. Okay. Because you could say, man, the seas are choppy today. So choppy seas. So yeah, interchangeable. Yeah, no, I could see choppy. You make no, I make perfect sense here, Raspberry. Again, I could see people not knowing like choppy is like I could see some people maybe thinking of wood, but like then again, to be fair to your position, like choppy seas, or like volatile, like things are just crazy volatile. But an unstable auction, what? But I think what happens, so let me ask you this, Raspberry. Let me see if my theory. When I say the letters ICT, does that play any role in your journey? Does that play any role in your journey? I have a theory I want to see. I have a theory, and I know you'll be honest with me. So I want to see if my theory. No, okay. You have no so during your journey you have no experience with ICT. Like they weren't like the first place, nothing like that. Okay, all right. So my theory fails then. My theory was okay, maybe because I'm poking at an ICT term, that's why he's getting a little defensive. Like you make no sense sometimes, but no, that theory that's not why. What? Look at this pullback here. All right, is this a long here at the VWAP, or is this thing just gonna keep on dumping? I'm gonna try it. Looking for a long at the VWAP. Yeah, I would agree. The more I think about that, yeah, choppy, yeah. Yeah, choppy is like there's no breakouts, there's no bigger moves. It like chops around in a range. Volatile just means it's like a crazy environment. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and okay, Raspberry, you're revealing maybe a lack of sense of humor here a little bit. I think you're revealing a lack of maybe a little bit of sarcasm radar being broken. Okay, maybe along here. Do I actually care if people call the game of soccer American football? Do I? No, I don't actually care. But yes, there in some forms, my terms are the only allowable terms because it is my live stream and the sake of efficiency and the way you have efficiency is everybody using the same terms. Yeah, it kind of is my terms. So I keep us all on the same page. So Raspberry, I don't know if you got some blueberries in your trades today or what, but lighten up, brother. Holy smokes. You start to hang out with Mr. E and sniff some of that lack of sense of humor pain or what? But no, yeah, I fully reject. That was a terrible analogy. Today is by no means choppy. But yes, I'll own the. It's like only your terms are allowed. Correct. Because it's my live stream and I want us to all speak the same language so we can have efficiency of conversation. That's true. Are you kidding me? What? I have zero read now all of a sudden. Confirmed by this trade, apparently. The 21 EMA is on the 5 minute. I'm hoping that can be my bastion of refuge. Refugee? No, that's not the right word. And if you look at the 5 minute right now, the price literally just bounced off at 21 EMA. So that's kind of my last hope. That's like my Obi-Wan can. I am with the mental stop. Not feeling great. Come on. I gotta get out. I know I'm stopping out right at the purple line, but I can't let I'm still green, so this is the same account. What a day. So of the four wheels on my bus, three of them fell off. Like I bought at the VWAP at the 21 EMA after a strong move up, and it's still it don't care. They don't care. So yes, I very, 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 very clearly, I am. I'm gonna call it 0 for 5 on my last trades. So two trades that I took, that I literally took, were wrong. Then two paper trades I took, mental trades I took, would also have been wrong. And then that's my fifth one that I took, that I literally took, and that was wrong. So as far as I'm concerned, I am 0 for 5 on my last 5 trades. Isn't that weird? It's so strange. And unless you're here for the entire live stream, but the like I wasn't perfect today, but man, my entry points were solid. Solid. One entry point after another, after another, after another. Like really good live stream. And then the last 5 trades, just like I don't like trading is weird. I think it's because I had a yeah, I don't know, Raspberry. You went weird on me today. You're like one of my favorite people here, and you just went, I don't know what happened to you today. Like your critical thinking broke down, and you tried to say that choppy and volatile are the same thing, which the more I thought about it, I'm like, no. Like on a non-trending day, you would say choppy. Like, in other words, range traders like choppy days. Trend traders don't like choppy days. But both those situations could be volatile. You could have a volatile trending day. You could have a volatile range day. This is why this chart sits on my desk as a no trade day. Well, I mean, I'm glad I traded today, Neil, because I made money today. I'm getting a payout tonight. So with all due respect, Neil, I'm glad I traded today. But yes, in your situation, if your strategy said you should not trade today and you didn't trade today, more power to you, brother. Good job. Right. So per my point, Raspberry, if we had new people and I wanted to convey how crazy today has been, I could say, man, we have an unstable auction, or I could say we have a very volatile day. My opinion is the majority of new people would better understand what I'm saying if I just said the price action is volatile today as opposed to we have an unstable auction. That is my point. But to be fair, again, in the spirit of being intellectually honest, have I run an empirical like experiment where we've collected empirical data? We have not. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the vast majority of new people would be like, "Oh, unstable auction day. You just means that the price action is pretty crazy." Maybe that's true. Oh, I must have missed that, Raspberry. Well then, apologies. Sorry for missing that message. Okay, everybody. Raspberry Trades just did fess up. Some of this is to rage bait. So just keep that in mind before you keep typing to him and trying to, he just, so thank you for making that a little clearer, Raspberry. I appreciate that. Neil, I mean, I understand you do Hollywood movies. So yes, of course you want to have everything be filled with flair and smoke and you like it. You like to put on a good show. And using big terms puts on a good show. I'm not it's just what I'm saying. We're cut from slightly different cloth. And that's okay. How boring would the world be if everyone was as beautiful as I am, you know? I'm glad there's Mr. Ease in this world. Again, I don't know if he cracked top 10 of trolls, but yeah, we'll remember him for a little bit. Hey, idiot, you're long. It's getting destroyed. What? Long. Wait, you're not in the trade anymore? No, brother. No. Man. See, and here's the thing is I want to get long right here. I do. And I am. This has got to go up, right? I am P&L trading. I'm telling you right now. Let's just see if I can get that back to green real quick. 5MNQ should be able to do it. But I mean, come on. All kidding aside, look at this thing. 5-minute beautiful hammer at the 21 EMA, just sitting right here. 2-minute, we have the 50 SMA. Nice candle right there. This like for sure goes up, doesn't it? Okay, I'm in. Come on. There we go. P&L trade. Don't do what I'm doing here. That was terrible. That was terrible. So on that note, do not. I'm a man who just yeah, I'm on a weird form of tilt right now. That was the dumbest thing. Oh, I want that to be green. Now it wasn't as dumb as it could be. I don't want to overact because that was still a good setup, right? It gave me what I wanted. It worked out. Still, I could still see this thing actually bouncing up here a little bit more. But so it wasn't all bad. So it wasn't 100% bad, but yeah, we're at least 80%. That was bad. That was bad. So on that note, I've hit the stop loss. I am very I think I'm more irritated than what I realize right now. But that was bad. That was bad. That was not good. But anyways, I'm calling it good. So hey, you know what? If you enjoy this, if you want to help support the stream, code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms. It's case sensitive, so it's got to be all caps. But this is completely viewer supported. So if you want to help keep it ad free and then just flat out keep the party going, then got to use code Clay. Maybe someday we'll get some sponsorships, and someday it won't matter whether or not people use code Clay, but we are not at that point yet. But yes, maybe someday. So if you enjoy, like I said, code Clay helps you save money anyway. So any of the promotions that these prop firms are running, so right now, Take Profit Trader, 40% off and 0 activation fee. That is what code Clay will give you. So code Clay will give you any of these deals. So it's a win-win, right? You're helping save yourself some money and then helping to keep a stream that you enjoy ad-free and then just flat out keep the stream going. But what a crazy day today, folks. Crazy, crazy volatile. Crazy, crazy to see how bad I could not. Okay, it's bouncing back up. It's bouncing back up. So maybe I would have been okay. But anyways, I got to step away. I'm going over to the house. I'm going to help out the guy. I think help him maybe put on some exterior doors today. But I got to get away from the computer before I unqualify myself for a payout, because I am still in payout territory. I'm very happy to be taking a payout. But I'm also, and even me blabbing right now, I'm trying to justify taking another trade, because I'm not going to lie. As I stare over at the 5 minute, that looks kind of good, brother. But I'm not going to do it. So, all right, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. Hit that like button, subscribe, code Clay. I got to get out of here before I lose my mind and take that trade.